Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tweedheads Bowls Club for this second day of the Division 1 State Pennant Playoff. And we got the feature match this morning between Emerald and Swifts, which is should be a great game. We apologise for the late start this morning. We've had a bit of internet issues, but we're on air now. And big thank you to Robbie Allen for getting us on board, and also good morning, Gary. Gary Thomas, my co-commentator this morning.
Yeah, very good morning to you too, Brian. And as you've just suggested, the internet and Wi-Fi problems are beyond our control, but Robbie's managed to get us up and running now. This morning's match is, as Brian's already said, between the Swifts Bowls Club representing the Cunningham district and from the Emerald Bowls Club from the Leichhardt district. And the match we're bringing you is between the Swifts gentlemen Joseph Gobull, Dennis Caruana, Kerry Taylor and Bill Mittelinios. And they are up against Dave Pollard, Jimmy Dunsby, Jeffrey Cobban and Mark Gallagher. Now, the game is already, all the games this morning, folks, as you'd be aware, are already underway. And I think they're down to about, we've missed about the first 3 or 4 ends.
About the first 3 ends, Gary, which is unfortunate, but unfortunately when the internet doesn't want to play games with us, mate, it makes it very hard.
Oh, that's it. And what can you do?
As we see the skip there, Mark Gallagher, just running through the head there slightly with his bowl. So obviously he must be down on the head by the looks of it, Gary.
I would suggest you're right. Yep. Now, until we get, because we haven't had a chance to look at any of the plays so far, folks, we're not entirely sure whose bowls are who in the head, so we haven't had a chance to do that, but we certainly will once we get to the next end. We'll give you a score, and we'll also be keeping you updated with all the other ladies and men's matches that are in progress on the other greens as well.
Yeah, so we just see Mark playing his second bowl. Could be a little bit narrow with this one, but it looks like he might get a little bit inside edge, and he has too. Look at that, he's got a result out of that one, Gary.
We don't know whether he was up or down when he played it, but
he's definitely got the result.
I think the boys are pretty happy now.
That's for sure.
So not only be one, I think, because as you said, he was having a bit of a poke with his first one.
Yeah, so we see Emerald, that's in fact, got the lead on this rink, Gary. They're leading 7-2 by the looks of things.
Okay.
So just see the second turn the board over. So it is 7-2 on after 5 ends. All
right, can we read? You can probably see the overall score between these two.
Well, we can at the moment.
24, is it 19 or something?
It looks like it's on 15 ends. It's just wait for him to walk out of the way. 23-15 in favour of Swifts.
15, okay.
It should be a great match. And look at these pictures, though, Gary. Aren't they absolutely first class?
Yeah, we've still got a bit of haze around about with the bushfires.
Oh,
and there's no breeze at all today. It's perfectly still.
There's no blue sky.
Right.
It really looks like it's midnight here, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, it certainly looks to be late afternoon, doesn't it?
It does. It definitely does. As we see the Swifts lead.
Which is Greg. Oh, no, hang on. Joseph Gobull.
Yep, playing his
and then the Emerald fellow Dave Pollard.
Dave Pollard's leading.
He's got the blue bowls, and he's just played a lovely shot there.
This is David here, mate.
Oh, I got him round the wrong way.
Mate, yeah, lovely bowl. But you got it right, though. He did play a lovely bowl, Gary. Certainly did.
Called that a bit early, didn't I?
Yeah. No, lovely bowl there.
Okay,
sitting
so
just in front of it.
We're back with Joseph playing his second bowl, and just hidden in behind Mark there as it trundles forward somewhere there. Well, he's played another lovely shot too, hasn't he? Have a look at that.
Certainly has too, mate.
He hasn't got it, but he's played 2 crackers.
Two good bowls there, that's for sure, Gary.
Yep.
His head's setting up just nicely here for the leads are setting it up brilliantly for the players to follow them, haven't they?
Well, there's sooner or later someone's going to have a little punch at that, aren't they?
Oh, I think so, Gary, that's for sure.
So Jimmy Dunsby now from the Emerald Club. He's gone a little bit wide
A
on
little
that
bit
one.
wide, but it's not a bad home there, though,
Well,
Gary, because if that hit there,
then
that's where it's going to go, isn't
yeah.
it, mate? You know what I mean? It's going to head in that direction. So
Any heavy contact on the shot bowl, that's where the cat'll spring.
No, that's for sure. So, depending on what weight they play through there, though, too, Gary, isn't it? You know what I mean? There is a bit of a gap for them to get through, though, to just even trail the kiddie. So, they've definitely got some options there, has the Swifts team.
Yep.
And this one here's got it very well pointed too, just depending upon his weight here now. Seems to be coming down pretty well.
Yep.
Just got to play onto this front bowl, which he has done. He's rocked it a couple of times, but just not far enough.
That's Dennis Caruana.
Yes.
Played that.
Yeah, no. Dennis playing 2, of course, with Dave Bowles coming up as number 3. Dave, of course, from the Laidley district, so... So it's all good. So we just see playing the forehand down here. Just going to pull up a bit short by the looks of things.
Changed his hand a bit.
Yeah, changed his hand. And that could be very much of a nuisance bowl.
Well, now I think we're sooner or later they're going
to have to go quick. They have to go quicker that now to get under that bowl.
Have
so
a little bit of a crunch here.
Yeah, may have to change their weight by the looks of it. So anyway, we'll see.
So this is Dennis again, I believe, is it?
Yes, it is Dennis. Yes.
Dennis coming down. He's staying on the backhand as directed.
Yeah, no, it's got good weight on it too. He's just been asked to play on this front bowl, and he's just not going to reach it, mate. Sorry, I thought it was running pretty well. But with the overcast conditions too, Gary, it's really not. The greens have been beautiful all weekend, but it's just holding a little bit, isn't it, with the overcast conditions?
Sure.
The surface isn't drying out because once you get smoke around and that, and you do get a bit of dew in that, of course, Gary, so it's very hard for the greens to dry out under these conditions.
Now, that's Jeff Cobban, I believe.
Yes, that's Jeff.
The third.
Played his first bowl, just quite didn't reach the head there with that one, so I think you'll find David, I played against David a few times in actual fact, and quite a steady player.
Right, so Billy, the skip of the Swifts is asking for this kind of weight, but unfortunately,
that's even blocked it a bit more now.
He's going to use more weight now.
He's going to have to plough through it to open up something for his skip, mate.
We're also in the situation, folks, where the Tweed Heads boys are playing Jubilee, and all they need to do is win the match, and they'll win the section.
Yes.
And we'll give you other statistics as the morning proceeds. But the Tweed Heads fellows are directly in front of where we're sitting. We can see their matches proceeding through the window.
And that's something that all our viewers are within the Tweed Head region, even on the Gold Coast, anywhere, Gary. Like, I mean, if you want to see some great bowls, pop on down to Tweed Head Bowls Club because you can see all of the rinks. We've got 4 full greens here of quality bowlers, and there's just quality bowls all over the place. So if you're in the Tweed Head region, come on down and say hi to us. It'd be wonderful to see you as our hard-working technical advisor and boss of everything, setting us all up to go for the day, mate.
He's the DOE. He's the director of everything.
Director of everything.
He was having kittens here this morning when this thing wasn't working.
Yeah, but I tell you what, he's done an absolute superb job, as
right,
always.
As he does. Now, here's this weight we were talking about.
And he killed it. Good bowl there. Great bowl.
He probably didn't quite get the bowl he needed, but he had got the same result, didn't he? Okay, so it's back to square one.
And a jolly good morning to everyone that's viewing with us. If you can share it out there, ladies and gentlemen, it'd be absolutely wonderful. And big call out, g'day Millsy. Fiona Hall, always good to have you on board, Fiona. There's Suzanne barracking for Bagara ladies. And everyone else on board. Tell us who you're barracking for and send us a message and we'll try and answer the best we can. And Michael, Beverly and Chris, good morning all. So share it out there and we'll try and answer any questions that you got. If I can't answer it, I'm sure my co-commentator, Gary Thomas.
Well, I'm doing my best, Brian.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come down here this morning and this bloke has handed Gary Thomas the biggest jar of beef jerky I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
And Gary said to me, "You have a piece of this?" I said, "I don't like the hot stuff." He said, "It's not hot. You give it a go, mate, and see what you reckon." Well, he stitched me up there because he stitched me.
We both rushed inside for and asked the barman if we could have a block of ice. He said, "Don't you want a drink?" No, we just want the ice.
Just want the ice to put the
It was
jerky
a bit
out.
spicy, but
Absolutely beautiful.
To Danny, he's a new member of Broadbeach, and I've been discussing things with him on Facebook, and it's the first time I'd met him. And he came down with this rather large container of beef jerky.
Appreciate it immensely.
Very
anyway,
spicy.
See, the Leeds here are setting up again too, Gary. They're setting up the head just nice for themselves, and good to have Sam on board. How are you, Sammy?
We'll be giving you the scores as soon as we can.
Yep.
Of other matches on the other rinks, and we've got a walkie-talkie system set up so we don't have to leave the broadcast table. We've got volunteers who are going to give that for us.
See a good-looking bowl here coming down.
Chris Skelton saying all the best, Billy.
Should be a good game, fellas.
Ray Seedall says go the Swips.
Cameron says go Port Curtis. Kevin Anderson on board. Eric Dixon, g'day Eric.
Ray Marshall. Yeah, he says tell Dennis to have a beer for me. Big Kevy Anderson's joined the program. Good morning, Kevy.
Tyler's just got out of bed too, but looks at it. Go, Tyler.
Pettigrew.
Yeah.
Pauline Rose says, good morning, Ann Simpson. How the old Just the Ladies going? Please, we'll
give you some updates.
We'll give you as soon as we can. Ann, we've got off to a late start this morning. We're a little bit behind.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we had big issues this morning with Telstra, with Facebook. Was the problem? Wasn't Telstra, it was Facebook. So anyway, they've rectified the problems, and actually, in fact, you can see the haze. You can see just a bit of blue sky starting to stick through there.
Well,
Gary.
The sun's trying to poke through, which is all. And it's not that it's a bad day; it's all the smoky haze.
Yep.
Eric Dixon, he's wanting scores from the inaugural ladies. Well, they're in a crunch match today, Eric, as you'll probably be aware, and they're playing very well too. I can tell you, and they're up against the Gold Coast district team of the Broadbeach ladies. So the winner of that particular match will win the section, I understand.
Yep. Hey, Tyler, good on you, mate. And Irene, Fiona Hall, and Carmel Gibbs. And thank you to Anne. Thank you for watching and sharing it out there. Get this great game of ours out to as many people as we possibly can. As we've got, of course, the Emerald team have found it very hard to get here. Talking to a few of them this morning. So a lot of these teams, Gary, as you're fully aware, travel great distances to get down here to represent their various zones, and it's just an absolute pleasure to see them here and enjoying themselves.
Well, they're all decidedly excited to be here too, Brian, aren't they?
Absolutely. It's really, as a lot of these teams take a long time, Gary, to not only win their division, but then go and win their zone and get it here. So it's just fantastic. The great cross-section of the Queensland community we've got here today representing their various zones.
All making new friends too, a lot of them, I would imagine.
Well, a lot of people, as you know yourself, Gary, in the bowling fraternity, mate, we just pick up the conversation from where it left off.
Yeah.
All those time ago.
Well, you do. You just go up and say to them, "Hey, how you going, mate? Who shouted it?"
Who shouted it? How come it's always my shout? They get me every time.
Yeah.
So good to see you, Marsh. It's your shout. I said, is it? Yeah. Sure.
I never knew that.
Mate.
Just to give you, there's a gentleman asking who was that? Trevor. Was it Trevor Breeze?
Breezy, how are you, mate?
He's asking now. The Tweedheads are playing Jubilee, and their matches are virtually directly in front of us as we're looking out the window.
Directly in front of us.
And do you want the good news or the bad news, Trevor? The good news is that everyone seems to be enjoying themselves, but Tweed are leading 27-9 after 19 ends.
Yep. Hey, Peter Bolson, good to have you on board, my friend. Peter, of course, from the Mackay region.
Yep, he's always about there, Peter, isn't he?
He certainly is, my friend. He does a great job up there, mate. Bowles is the winner when Peter's around.
Okay. Yeah, just getting back to those scores from other rinks, we've just, I understand, one of our representatives has gone up to check out the various scores, and Tony is sitting there with pen in hand waiting for the
results to
message
come through. So once the results come through, we'll let you know, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we'll post them all for you. Normally we would have already had scores for you, but we got off to a late start.
We see Billy playing his forehand down here too. He's got a nice little track in there, starting to work pretty well. And Jesus, I tell you what, he's played this pretty well. Just punch that bowl.
Well, yeah, he's a fairly well-known bowler too, Billy, isn't he? Because he won the. I remember he won the champion state pairs twice.
Is that right, Billy?
Yeah, he skipped it with a chappie. I can't remember his name, but the two of them. I don't think they went back to back. There might have been a year or two in between their first and second victory. But
David Bowles just calling Billy played again. How good your memory, son? Billy playing his forehand, of course. Got it away very smoothly once again, Gary. Got it very well pointed too. Oh, how's his weight? I tell you what, Dave Bowles is slapping this already. And why wouldn't he be? Look, what a great bowl there too. Another great bowl there by Billy.
Well, he's a class player. Well, just to mention, I mean, he's won heaps of stuff, I know, but that's just the two that I know about.
Looks as though they're going to throw a measure on it. I mean, pretty hard to tell from here, from where we are on who's got shot there. So very hard. So.
Okay, Scott Simmons says good morning, guys, and good morning to you, Scott, wherever you may be. Alan Vidler is, he's a regular, isn't he, Al?
G'day, Al. How are you, mate?
Have a great day, Scott. And you too, Alan. Stephen Carney is watching, and Ray Marshall.
G'day, Ray. No relation.
He says, when Dennis walks down there, just say to him, if you can, it's his shout. Well, we're actually quite some distance from the rink that we're covering for you. But Ray, we won't be able to even say anything to him.
Don't worry, Ray. I will tell him that it's his shout.
Tell him after the game. You'll let him know.
I'll wait for he's at the bar and he's got his money out, and I'll let him know for you, right? Yeah. Keep those comments coming through. It's love to have some banter with you viewers out there.
Might drink the beer. We might drink the beer on his behalf.
Yeah. Yeah, g'day, Stephen. Good to have you back on board, my friend. We see the lead is probably they're pretty close to a 3/4 length here, Gary. We really should try them out this morning. I said with the it really does seem like midnight here. It's
starting doesn't seem like early morning, does it?
No, it's really. But I must admit, the smoke's starting to clear slightly. It seems to be going out to the ocean. So a bit of blue sky out to the west. So maybe we're going to see a little bit of sun here today.
I think it's going to clear in time. Now, in the game, you'll notice on the top of your screen, folks, that's the overall.
It's the overall score.
That's the overall score.
Yes. And
the rink that we're televising is the Emerald Boys are leading 7-5 after 6 ends.
Yeah, no, it's, the boys are playing very well. They're keeping, you can see the Emerald lead here. Who's Dave Pollard played a nice bowl here, Gary. He's going to sit just in behind there.
Behind, that's a toss-up for shot, isn't it? I think that.
Probably. I would favour Joseph.
I would too.
By the looks of it.
Joseph, he's staying on his backhand. And he looks to be coming down pretty nicely here too, Brian, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's played this very well, mate.
Well, that's a lovely correction. You can't do better than that. I mean, he fixed his grass up. He's exactly the same weight.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Now, let's see how Dave can go. He's got a little correction to make of his own. He's fixed his weight up all right. Almost.
Okay, thanks, mate.
And he's just left it. He's hung it a bit wide.
Yes, no, he has too.
Okay, so
still sticking their backhand on this rink area, aren't they? They're favouring their backhand. And as you can see this morning, like yesterday, that breeze was up real early, and this morning there's really no breeze whatsoever out there, is there?
No, none at all.
No, the green's running. Yeah, green's running pretty reasonably. It's probably running 14 seconds for this hour of the morning, which is, as you realise, it's still only 8:30 here in Queensland, but we're in New South Wales where it's 9:30.
Yeah.
See?
And that had nothing to do with us being late.
No, but then again, like, see, their curtains would have been faded quicker by ours now, wouldn't they?
Okay, so now we're back to, I think it's Dennis has got the yellow hat, hasn't he? Dennis Caruana for the Swifts.
Yes, he has.
Club.
Again, they're definitely sticking their backhand on this rink, maybe just favouring it. It is probably the wider end of the two. He's played this well.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Played very well, sitting just in behind the kitty there, so
and
nothing wrong with that, that's for sure.
Billy got a bit excited about that one, didn't he?
He did.
Okay.
Yes, Heather, we will be giving you the scores as soon as they come through. We've got our team out there working on it now, so we'll get them out there and we'll get the scores through to you. I know people are saying early in the game, so we'll let them get a few scores up and we'll send a team out there to get it to you.
Helen Wilson says, good to see Emerald. She's watching from Echuca in Victoria.
Oh, good one. Nice to have you on board, that's for sure.
It's a nice little town too, Echuca. I've been there quite a few times in my time. I think that's where they have a restaurant on one of those old paddle steamers.
Is that right?
I might have got it wrong. Might be Swan Hill. I can't remember now. It used to be called the PS Gem.
PS Gem, is that right?
Yeah, I'm not sure now if it's Echuca or Swan Hill.
Yeah. Good bowl there. What a beautiful bowl.
Yeah, so Mitch Mears is watching on your Mitch.
Hey, Mitchy,
regular,
mate. Lovely bowl there by Jeffrey Cobbin.
Yeah.
He played that very well, that's for sure. David Bowles is sticking to. He's playing his forehand down here. He's been asked by Billy to play, so I don't think he's got the weight on this though. Gary, he's definitely got the line, but
you got the wrong. You got the wrong name.
No, that's David Bowles. Trust me.
Well, then he's in a different team.
Yeah, no. See that one there.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me that.
David Bowles, of course.
Stone of Crow.
One of Kerry Green's. I don't think David Bowles has ever beaten Kerry Green in a game of bowls, from what I've been told. So, yeah, of course he did. Kerry told me that 3 times.
And it's not Joseph Goebel, it's Hillary Goebel.
Who told you that?
Well, you've written it here.
Not my writing.
Well, whoever's writing it is.
Okay.
God, bloody hell. You give me all this bum stare.
Anyway, looks as though I'd say Swift's holding one shot there with the back bowl. As the skips go to the mat, of course, Mark Galler and Billy. So, Bill's got first bowl. He's going to stick to his forehand. He's got a nice little shot on Gary if he comes around those bowls.
Yeah, mate. I think our illustrious lead still holding one. I'm not too sure it's gone, but you've thrown me off the map here with all these different name changes.
Well, unfortunately, they've only just come through, mate. We didn't know anything about them.
There you go.
So, as the team's running around now getting scores, ladies and gentlemen, from all the other games, so we can keep you up to date on them.
We should have those for you in
very shortly.
Very soon. I know you're all interested to know.
That's for sure. As
what's
we see,
happening elsewhere.
Tell you what, Mark's played this pretty well. Is he just gonna touch the kitty? Oh, he
did too. Yeah. Now that's made it interesting.
Yes, he could be a couple down now. I think
he may well be.
I think he could be a couple down now. I think you'll find they're all Swiss bowls back there.
Yeah, and then the paddle steamer thing where you can dine in Chuka.
Yeah.
But Stephen Carney's come and said the PS Gem is in Swan Hill.
Swan Hill, there you
Well,
go.
I knew it was one or the other. I couldn't remember.
So his name is Joseph. Thank you very much for that, Michael. Affectionately known as Hillary. No, thank you very much for that.
Well, what do we call him, Michael?
Joseph.
Do we call him Joseph?
Yes, we do.
Oh, so Hillary's a nickname. All right, well, we're going to change that again. Holy smoke. Joseph.
Mate, you got no idea. You ought to see Gary's pad, mate.
Joey, I've got more. Looks like a bloody...
He wanted some white out, but we went through that yesterday with the first pad we gave him.
Looks like a bloody Sudoku puzzle. I've got stuff everywhere.
Got stuff everywhere, mate. As we see Mark coming down, just got to get inside this bowl. I think it's holding too much.
Now, what's he going to knock up? That might not be terribly happy about it.
Well, the Emerald boys are happy,
there
mate.
we are. Well, they're saying, okay, well, we'll cop that.
They're clapping it, mate, so it must have been his bowl.
He must have only had one. Yeah, it was his bowl. He ended up getting one shot out of it, I
Okay,
think.
Michael, you said call him Hillary, so that's what we'll call him, Hillary.
Oh, I've got to change it again. You're kidding me, eh? Well, I'll start calling him Edmund Hillary. Oh, gee, what is going on here?
You want to see his pad, I'll tell you what.
Hillary Gable.
Hillary Gable.
All right. I know what's going to happen. I'll go and shake his hand later and I'll call him Edmund.
It's all good fun. All good fun. You got to have a bit of fun here.
He's the president. Oh, he's the president of Swifts. All right, we better call him Mr. Hillary.
Mr. Hillary.
Yeah, your lordship. Hillary. Okay. Well, it's all that stuff's good, folks, and we're very pleased to
get the name.
Yeah,
right.
well, for you guys to let us know how much we are really stuffing up here. Shawnee Keepy's joined on board. Christine Mounsey, presumably with Gaz. Diane Lanham is watching, presumably with Jeffrey.
Oh, lovely bowl here. What a beautiful start.
Mark McAllister told us that Hillary's the president of Swifts. Well, that's fine.
Well, Mr. President's just got a resting toucher there, Gary.
Did he really? Well, there you go.
Resting toucher by the President.
I think we might have G'd him up a bit, don't you?
Yeah, mate. Well, mate, the way you bugging up his name all morning, mate.
Well, I didn't know. I was just reading it off the sheet. You had your book changed, but you didn't tell me.
We don't tell you everything, son.
Obviously. It's like a bloody mushroom. It just keep me in the dark, don't you?
Mate, it's all good.
Okay, now here comes Edmund, Joseph, and he's run into that other bowl. He wouldn't be happy with that after he played such a good one.
Beautiful bowl of his first one.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. So Hillary is holding a very lovely shot, but it's only one.
Very good bowl there, in actual fact, Gary. Be very hard to beat, in actual fact. As we see the Emerald second.
So that's Jimmy Dunsby, according to my sheet, but his name might be Frank O'Brien. That one you lot. I've got no idea.
No, I can assure you, Gary, that's one.
It's Jimmy Dunsby, right. Now, the yellow-hatted gentleman is Dennis Caruana. And he's played a couple of good shots also previously, hasn't he?
He has too. Just a little bit long with this one, though,
he's
Gary,
got good weight, though, mate.
But that's come to a very good home,
well,
though,
it's come back. Any contact on the jack with...
And that's where it's going to go.
With any kind of reaching stuff that's going to go straight to him, won't it?
Yeah, no, that's for sure. So, I think I'll say the Emerald Skip is just looking, Mark Gallagher's just looking for a good second shot here by the looks of it. That's all he's asking for, a good second.
See, don't we get some tremendous information from these people who join us every day and watch this stuff? Marilyn Ann Basher's there. I think she's been here before. Pam Jones is watching from Adelaide.
G'day, Pam. Good
Morning,
to have everybody
Pammy.
on board.
And Michael Brethren has just informed me that Billy Mittelinios won the Champion of Champion pairs twice, as I've already mentioned, and his partner was Peter Ward.
Peter Ward, that's right, it was too.
Yeah.
Peter Ward, it was too.
And they won the event twice, but I think there might have been a year or two, or maybe even a little more in between wins.
Yes. Well, I'm pretty sure Bill used to play out of many years ago, if I remember correctly. I think he used to play out of the Maruka Bowls Club.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did, mate. Yeah, he's been around for a while and been, as you said, been quite a steady bowler for You know.
It was just a name that I happened to remember.
Yeah, no, he's been around for a while, mate. He's always been a very steady bowler, mate, that's for sure.
And Daphne Morris is watching. Morning, Daffy, presumably with Razor.
Yes.
Kathy Elms is saying, go Broadbeach, good luck, Cassandra and Bolivia. Yeah, well, they've...
nice bowl here from David Bowles. Just jack high there. Yes, very good second shot he's got there, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yep, certainly did. Thanks,
Now,
mate.
What's happening here? We've got Jeffrey Cobbin, is it? He's coming down.
Tell you what, he's played a good bowl here. Is he going to run?
I don't know if he's quite going to...
Oh, gee whiz, that's a good bowl there.
He did. He came a little bit further than he
no, that's
appeared.
very good home there, Gary.
Well, I
that's
think
for
they're
sure.
only one down now,
It
aren't
looks
they?
that way, mate, yeah, but it actually giving him something to play to now too, hasn't he? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Good morning, Alan from Tasmania.
Yeah, from Cressy.
Cressy in Tasmania. Great to have you on board, my friend. So, see Billy just calling Dave just to try and draw around that one. Like his first bowl was pretty good. He's going to change his hand, which is probably pretty sensible because if he did cut his grass there is danger being able to tap that bowl up. So, see what Dave's comfortable with anyway. Going to play the backhand, okay.
Well, we're getting a little bit of sunshine through here, so that haze, as you suggested before, appears to be blowing out to sea.
Well, hopefully that's right because it's been it must be like the last couple of days what it's like in China all the time, Gary. We haven't seen the sun.
Well, that's it.
We didn't even know the sky was blue. But it is.
Well, here in our land it is.
Here in our land, yeah. Well, you see some bit of blue sky here now.
Yeah, well, that's
the sun's starting to come out and you can see the smoke just pushing out over the ocean now. So
it's
probably going out to New Zealand.
Well, they can have it.
They can have it for a while.
Alan Carter.
Oh, hang on. I've got a Kiwi sitting
We
beside me.
We've got to be careful now. Alan Carter's watching from Point Lookout.
From Point Lookout. Mate, you just better
Morning, Alan.
Get some smoke your way.
Okay, so the state of the nation here is that the Swifts had an early lead overall.
Emerald's had a great fight back here.
Emerald's have come back, and that's 21 of 63. That's 1/3 of the way through.
Yes, and Emerald's hit the front 28-24. So, yes,
yeah.
What a great fight back by the
they weren't all that far behind. I think they were behind only by half a dozen shots or so, but they're now four in front.
Yep.
Now, look at this for a shot.
Oh, gee whiz, he just missed that. Lovely try
there. He did. That's Mark Gallagher.
Yeah.
From Leichhardt and Emerald Bowls Club. He's just gone through that little gap and didn't get a touch on that wing bowl.
Yep.
So here comes Billy.
It's from Leichhardt District, yes.
Yeah. Here comes Billy now. He's going around it or he's knocking it in?
Oh, just touched it, Dave.
He did. Well, now that's his own bowl, isn't it?
It might be close to second shot now.
Well, they're having a look, you see. So.
Yeah, Leichhardt, small district up north, Gary, but a great district. They're two councillors who do great work for their district, Roxanne and, of course, Ray. They both do great work when they come down to Bowls, Queensland. Supporting their part of the world.
Well, Mark's turned his back on this one.
He gets a bit of a straight now, though.
He hasn't got the weight.
He hasn't got the weight, though, yeah.
Yeah, he knew it too.
It's one part of the world I'm looking forward to getting to in the next few years, up through that region.
And good morning. Hello, what have we got now? Good morning from Charleston. Charleston Tigers, is it? Home of Daniel Hill. Well, that doesn't mean much.
Tell you what, Bill's got this played pretty well. He doesn't want to touch his bowl, though.
I'm trying to find Daniel Hill.
Oh, gee whiz. Any touch on that, and that would have just sliced over.
Yep.
They would have had 3 shots there. So
yeah,
very good try there by Bill. You can see what he was after there. Very
so
good
the
try.
Swifts are claiming 2, I believe, and that'll take their score to 26 overall to 28. And who else do we have? Somebody watching from overseas. We've got Daniel Charles Bennett, and he's watching from Warrington in England. Oh. And he says, good evening. Well, we'll say good evening to you, but it's about up past 10 or something in the morning Sunday morning here.
Quarter to 9 in the morning.
What is it?
Quarter to 9.
Well, that's in Queensland. It's quarter to 10 in New South Wales, which is where we are. Danny Patrick Supple's watching. Thanks very much for popping down, Danny, with that big packet of beef jerky. Brian and I had a little bit each. Yeah. We rushed straight inside to get a drink of water.
Mate, I want the biggest ice piece of ice they had in there to try and put the flames out.
It's a bit spicy, but quite tasty nevertheless. Thank you, Danny. Nice to meet you.
Gee, that's for sure. See a good bowl here from the Swifts lead.
Yvonne Shearer's watching from the Coliseum. Well, we're going live to Greece, aren't we?
Oh my God, the Coliseum! Who's winning over there? The Lions or the Humans?
The Christians and the Lions and the Christians.
Oh my God!
Must be half time.
Well, it is Sunday. Yeah. See a good first up bowl there.
Greg Bostock watching. Morning, Grego.
Hey, Bozzy. How are you, my friend?
John Bell from Yass.
Hey, John.
And Danny said he warned us. We should have a sticker on the front so that we're reminded. It's quite tasty though, Danny, and thanks again.
Absolutely beautiful, mate.
Brian Bricknell's, he's watching from Plymouth.
From Plymouth. We see Hillary just going to come under this bowl here. He's got a great correction with this one here.
Yeah, well,
what a great bowl.
Well, Hillary's the one. He's the man of the moment, isn't he?
Well, Mr. President.
Well, he's the president. He said, "I'm going down here to play bowl. Won't you muck around with my name?"
Too late. We've already done that.
We crucified him. Adele Booth is watching from Moranbah, and Big Johnny North is watching from Tweed. Well, get out here, Johnny. You're only just down the road, you dill.
Down the road, mate.
He's probably still wandering the house in his pyjamas.
Go on, Johnny. Come on down, mate.
Come on, Johnny. Get down here and say good day. Now, here's Keith Boyland. He says, good evening from an English bowler watching in Cyprus.
In Cyprus?
Good.
Great to have you on board, my friend.
Somebody else was there from Yass. Did we mention that?
Yep.
And then we got so many people jumping out of trees here, aren't they? Where'd they come from?
Great to have you on board, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
keep
absolutely.
Get out there to get it out to as many people as we possibly can. And Graham Lewis, how are you, Graham? Good to have you on board. Hopefully we'll have some scores coming in very shortly. We've got our team out there.
We've got a pen ready to write them all down for you.
Mr. Baker, how are you, my friend? What a lovely bowl there.
Oh, that's a cruncher.
And
Mark Gallagher, he's giving him a big clap with that one.
Yeah,
and rightly so.
Rightly so. It's a beautiful bowl. Oh, Daniel's a crown bowler. He reckons this flat stuff looks a bit easy.
A bit too easy.
Looks a bit too easy, he reckons.
Well, crown bowls, I could never play that. You've got to go up and down hills, haven't you?
Well, mate.
There we go. And we got the scores.
Helen says she really appreciates the coverage, so thank you very much.
We're just about, we're in the final stages of being able to bring you scores.
Yes.
From all the other.
Daphne is watching with Ray.
Oh, I reckon she would be.
Okay, so here we have the updates around the grounds. Okay, so at the moment we have Broadbeach, this is ladies of course, Broadbeach 22, Enoggera 19 on 23 ends. We have Bagara 22, North Mackay 21 on 24 ends.
That's close.
Very close. And we have the Albert 18, Algester 20 on 21 ends.
Mikey.
So that's, again, very, very close.
Oh, they're all close, aren't they? The whole three matches.
Yep. And in the men's, we have Jubilee 15, Tweed Heads 37. Well, that's on 28 ends. That's right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
We have Dolby 18, Moyne Tanham 22. So Moyne Tanham 22, Dolby 18 on 21 ends. And Enoggera 25, Pyalba 13 on 19 ends.
Well, that's an interesting matchup too, Brian, because I think the winner of that will win the section. Is that not correct?
That's correct, yes. They both have two wins
yesterday.
They both have 2 wins. So it's been it's really been, it's a battle of that game there this morning, as Tony said.
Yep.
She pointed that out to me when I got here, full of enthusiasm.
And just you can see the other match for the men in progress. They haven't updated the scoreboard the last we gave you. It's
no.
Emerald 28 to 24, but we know on the rink we're broadcasting there's got to be 2 more added on to the Swift score at least.
Yeah. So if you keep the comments coming through, That'd be fantastic. We're really enjoying all your comments and telling us where you're from and all of the above.
Helen Wilson says, shows how much we appreciate your coverage. Well, thank you so much, Helen, and it just indicates, I guess how much we enjoy bringing it to you.
Yes, no, it really is. We do, that's for sure.
Now, the Emerald boys on this end, we know, are holding at least one shot. David Bennett says, when I come over for my holiday, I'll have a roll-up with you fellas.
That'd be fantastic, mate.
I'll represent the entire UK.
Mate, you're more than welcome, my friend. It'd be great to have a roll-up. We can have a chinwag.
We'll have a couple of beans roll-up and we'll go straight to the bar.
That's it. Well, that's a good try there by Bill. He just missed that.
He just went through that little gap,
through that gap there. He just needed, like any movement on that blue bowl, which is Hillary's bowl, or if he just around it and he sits out shot bowl, he was very close to that. He's got another bowl, and we see Mark just coming down with his first bowl now. He's got this very well grassed too.
Yeah,
I tell you what, depends on his weight here.
He's just got to dribble past the blue one, hasn't he? I don't think he's going to.
No, well, that's going to make it pretty hard for Bill now, I think, to get in there. But it's probably still just around that yellow one, Gary.
Yeah,
even any movement, even if he gets a little straightener off that wing bowl, he'll probably get a result out of it, I assume. So.
I think David's indicated he might have to play with a little bit more weight here.
Yeah, it looks that way, mate.
He's trying to knock his own one up. Or
tell you what, he's got a good line for it. He's not going to be far away. It's just holding. See that wind just basically cranked up just as he.
Well, it did, and it blew that bowl over in the front of the head.
It's just the wind has been pretty light on here this morning, but
it's
starting to pick up now.
Yeah, it's just come from nowhere, isn't it?
It has. We see Mark now just got to correct with his weight line. With his weight, his line was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, he's got the same sort of line. He just needs to find another couple of feet of weight.
Oh,
and has he got it? No,
not
he
quite.
hasn't.
What a great try. They had a beautiful track in there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Beautiful track. So
that's one more to the Emerald guys. So, according to what I can see on my screen, that should be 29 all.
That's about right too, mate.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I reckon.
Okay.
About 29 alls. As we see...
Graham Shillington, well, he's a regular. Morning, Shillo.
G'day, Shillo. How are you,
Johnny
buddy?
Newell, good bowls, good game happening here.
Yeah, g'day, Johnny. How are you, my friend?
Yes, John, and we've just given the scores of all the other matches, and you can probably remember... all of the ladies' matches are within one or two shots. And,
all very close.
Very extremely close.
We're just going to do another...
we've got some more coming at you.
We've got more scores coming in shortly.
Here we go. We're all over this.
We're all over it.
David Knights is watching from Norfolk Island.
G'day, David. Lovely part of the world, Norfolk Island, mate. Hope you're enjoying the telecast.
He's just saying, hi, Cookie, how you going? He's probably talking to somebody else, is he?
We just see this bowl here. Beautiful first up bowl there from David Pollard. You see Hillary's just a little bit wide with this one, especially known as Hillary, so they tell us.
Well, that's what, in accordance with what we've seen, that's not like him, is it?
No, he's been leading up beautifully as Joseph, that's for sure.
And Steve Jules says, I wish Emerald Skip Mark was made of glass. He tends to get in the way a little bit. Okay, so now here comes...
Yeah, no, good goal. We see a good bowl here by Hillary, mate. He's got this very well grasped. How's his weight? Just coming in. Oh, what a beautiful bowl, though. Beautiful home there, Gary.
Well, that's in keeping with what we've seen, isn't it? From the,
correction was
from
absolutely
the
beautiful.
president.
From the president of the Swifts. Yes. So...
Barry Matheson, good morning, Baz. Yeah, the Tweed boys, I'll just give you an update of the master scoreboard without giving you the rinks. Here it is, 37-17.
That's on 30 ends.
Yeah, 30 ends, so they're more than
Billy just calling.
almost halfway through. So they've only got to win this match, and they're leading on all rinks too. You could probably believe that. They've only got to win this match to make the final.
Yes, their margin is quite high, as we see.
Well,
a lovely bowl coming in here by Dennis. He's probably the shot.
Margins.
No, second shot. But
Margin's
what a
not
great
gonna
bowl.
matter. Yeah.
Their margin's not going to matter. It's going to be 3 wins.
Yeah, 3 wins. Jody Turner, can you do some front close-up of the bowlers on the mat? We have the facility to be able to do that, Jody. I'll just sort of... We've got a side camera, which we use.
Lovely try there.
We use occasionally, but it's an important part of our equipment. So
good power there by Jimmy.
So Robbie is going to...
There it is.
There you go.
There
Look at that. Jet, you've only got to ask, Joe. You've only got to put in a request.
And it's there.
And there it is.
Yes, I'll tell you what, it's coming to a great home.
Yeah, another good shot. Oh, crikey, these blokes are going all right, aren't they? They're getting
a pretty good head there, really.
Yeah,
considering the wind's
I've had good heads all day.
Considering the wind's just starting to pick up a little bit too, though, Gary. So, you know, they're adapting very, very, very nicely at the moment. So, could be a little bit underdone grass line, I think, with this one here.
Ron Stepanuk, the answer to your question is no. Ron, we're only... The equipment we've set up is set up on one rink and one rink only, and it's all
beautiful
under
delivery.
the control of Bowls Queensland. So we're not in a... We're got cameras set up. We're not walking around the greens with mobile phones, which some other folks are required to do. So we can only lock in on the one game.
Ever so true. But we'll give you updates on all of the other.
But the Emerald boys are all here on this green. And I believe Chris Stepanuk is your. Did you say son? Show the other as well as your son is playing for Emerald. Obviously that's Chris, and he's playing third for Greg Stanton. I'm just not sure which rink they're on.
Okay, here's another update around the grounds. We call it, Gary?
Yeah, we do. And we all like to say, if you don't want to know the score, look away.
Yep. You don't want to know the score?
Look away.
Look away, okay. So at the moment, down at the Broadbeach Inogra in the ladies, there's still no change to the score. It's 22 Broadbeach, 19 to Inogra on 23 ends. And the Bargara North Mackay game is 24 all on 26 ends. The Albert is 24 to Algester 22 on 27 ends. On the men's games, Tweed Heads are 39 to Jubilee 18 on 32 ends. Dolby 20 to Moyen Tanham 28, so 20-28 on 26 ends, and Inogra 25 to Pialba 13 on 19 ends. That's also no change from the last update. But that's it around the grounds.
And now, that Inogra, we've already mentioned that. Inogra Pialba match.
Whoever wins that, Gary, plays this afternoon.
And it's looking...
Now, for those of you who didn't want to know the scores, you can turn your radio back up now.
You can look back now because we've just given the scores. The winner of Inogra and Pialba for the men, that winner of that match, it's likely that they will be playing the Gold Coast Tweedheads boys.
At this stage, it
does look
like that at this stage.
You can't get too confident, I know, because things can change. But
things can change, that's
the
for
Gold
sure.
Coast Tweed are leading 39 to 18 after 32 ends.
As we see Bill on the mat at the moment, he's going to play his forehand.
There you go, that's Jody's request has been granted. So that's... the magic of technology. And what's he done? He got a little slide too. Oh,
great bowl.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, what a beautiful bowl.
Billy. He's pulled that one out of his hat.
Yep.
He just got a little slide off that front bowl.
Oh.
But, these boys have been bowling well, haven't they?
Mate, the heads have been pretty good,
Well,
Gary.
in this particular match, where
the wind, as I said, the wind's just starting to get up a little bit now. So, the players probably just got to adapt a little bit now.
I'm just trying to give you the ring.
It should be 9 all. 9 all on 10 ends.
9 all. Can you see that?
I can see that from here, mate.
Okay, so that's an indication of the quality of the game that we're
I thought you were going to say
televising.
I thought you were going to say that's an indication of the quality of my eyes.
Well, it could be. I'm trying to look through a brick wall here. Not a brick wall. What do you call it?
Plastic.
Whatever it is. Wilson Alexander's watching.
Hey, g'day, Wilson. How are you?
Morning, lads. Good morning to you, Wilson.
Wilson's up in Mackay this weekend, so I see on Facebook. So I hope you're having a good time up there, my friend. Lovely part of the world.
And Jules Johnson says, we're doing a great job. Well, that's all, stuff like that's always nice to hear, isn't it?
Hey, Jules. How are you, my dear? How's the mining business going?
And Helen Wilson says, Chris is on the next rink. Yeah, well, you might be able to get some glimpses of that. I think it was Ron, wasn't it? Yeah, you might get some glimpses of that because just on the left side of your screen there.
Yes, correct. You can actually see if the viewers actually look up there, you can actually see that smoke starting to move out and start seeing the blue sky come in.
Yes, you can.
See a lovely start. Yeah, by Dave Pollard.
Mark had the whoosh going, didn't he?
He certainly did, mate. He certainly did. But that's nice first up bowl. Just put up probably 9-10 inches in front of the kiddies.
Ray Martian has said, Billy. Well, that was after his last bowl, no doubt.
That was a great bowl.
Stephen Thompson's watching from the UK.
G'day, Stephen.
Good evening, Stephen.
Oh, nice try there. Just pulled up, just run out of legs there. So.
Hello, there's a bit of cheering and yelling going on down there.
There is. As the crowd's getting excited.
Yeah, and Stephen McNamee says the split screen looks good.
The split screen, that's what we're trying to do.
Sure does, Stephen. And
that's our
director of everything, Robbie Allen. He does all that with the director. With just the flick, it's so easy.
It's director of everything.
Yep, he does it from behind the desk here.
But you got to remember that too, that the director of everything also has help in Daughter of Julie.
Oh, of course.
Here at the crack of dawn this morning. Never knew there were so many hours in the day, did Tony?
No.
Absolutely loves the morning. Loves her bowls too. Loves her bowls.
Roy Campbell's joined again.
Hey,
morning, Roy.
How are you, Roy?
So this is getting pretty exciting here because the lead's chopping and changing a bit.
It has been good quality bowls all over the park, really, Gary.
Yeah,
look at it.
Well,
look at that beautiful bowl there. That's
and
Emerald holding two
Mark
shots.
Gallagher, he said, "Well, I'm happy about that. We've now got two."
Yep.
And you've closed off a little bit of an opportunity.
Wouldn't be surprised if Bill starts calling for a little bit of aggression there because both those
well,
bowls.
Dennis, he's
both
getting
those
it
bowls
too.
will go. So
he's getting it because Dennis is coming up here.
This might be a hit and stay.
Well, if he gets a split, he'll get the shot, money. No, he hasn't.
He's got the shot, though.
Well, he has.
He has got the shot.
Yeah, because he's knocked it across to Edmonds. Hillary's bowl. Goodness me. Now, look at he's done here for you, folks. And our illustrious leader here he's got that little box on the right-hand side where you can see the delivery.
Tell you what, he's got this pretty well grass too. Just a little bit too wide because that wind's just picked up again too.
Yeah, Jimmy. That's Jimmy, is it?
Yeah, and that's really the narrow hand. The wind coming across from the other green, you could say.
Yeah.
So playing a backhand, really, this is the wide hand for David Bowles. So he's got this very well grass too. I think he could be a bit runny though, Gary, by the looks of it.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to pull up in time, mate.
May not.
Good home there.
Yeah,
though.
well, he had a good line, didn't he?
He had a very good line, mate. Yeah, just
probably
got it
4 or 5 feet over one.
Yep.
You look at that.
See, the winds it's just coming a little bit gusts at the moment, so it's only early in the morning, of course.
Faith Geismer, I think it is, from Jubilee. She's saying, come on, boys.
Yep.
Yeah, well, the Jubilee boys have sort of, what on? They're just changing the score here. I'll just give you that.
It's
41-19.
41-19.
It's Tweedheads are leading 41-19 after 34 ends.
Yep.
And those games are being played directly in front of our window.
What a lovely correction here from David Bowles. He's played that absolutely beautiful, Gary.
He sure did. He took off that weight that he needed, didn't he, with the first shot he played?
Certainly did. That's just, beautiful bowl there.
Now, the Swifts boys would be holding 2 here, I'd imagine.
Yep.
And that's the next one. Bowl coming down from
just a bit too much.
Jeff Cobbin.
Yeah, just a little bit too much. Well, he had a good line on that, though, Gary, did Jeff? But
he was trying to work his way through the bunch, I think, wasn't he? Instead of trying to draw it.
He played it, just a little bit too much weight. So pressure on Mark here. I personally think, I don't know, Gary, maybe I'm wrong, but I do personally believe that I'd be playing the backhand and actually using the breeze, because I think it'd be very hard to come around that front bowl on your forehand to sit shot.
You would think so.
That wind's just starting to hold now, like we saw yesterday. You know what I mean? That hand.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that's the hand that Billy will be playing. Oh, and he is. Yeah,
couldn't agree more. Can't see. No idea. He's got this very well grass though, hasn't he? So.
Yeah, he going to count with this.
Yeah. Oh,
or is he?
Yeah, be pretty close, mate.
We've gone the early crow.
Yeah, commentator's curse on that one, Gary. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mark follows him down in actual fact. I think he's got more of a chance.
Mark Andrews saying, I wish I could see how Pi Elborough doing. Yeah, well, we can only do one game, Mark, and we get told which one we're televising. Mate. We have no choice in it. So.
No, mate.
We can only give you an update on the scores, and last we had that they were playing a Nogger, and I think they were 10 or 12 shots behind.
We'll be giving you updates. There's more updates coming through. When we get them all, we'll give you another round the grounds. If you don't want to know the scores, turn the TV off.
So here comes Billy once again.
Tell you, he's played this well.
Well, he's only got to get inside, and I think he has.
I reckon he has.
Well, that definitely counts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, and Jeff Cobbin has indicated to his skip Mark that they're definitely 3 down.
Well, Mark's changed his hands this time around, which I think is a pretty good call.
Russell Hindle is watching.
Hey, Russ.
Josephine Pugh says hi from Grafton. And Barbara Ann Croft is asking whether we can see other teams. Well, the answer's no, and we've already covered that. And the reason is we can only do one game at a time.
Yep.
Good bowling, guys, says Warren Downey, and it has been good too, hasn't it?
Sid, we'll get you the score shortly, mate.
Yeah, more scores coming. We'll get them to you as soon as we can. Pi Elba, are down at the moment. The last update we had. And David McCann says, good morning all. Good morning to you, David. Okay, so let's get back to our game, because this match between the Swifts and Emerald is really starting to get exciting.
Hillary's really thrown.
Yeah, he's chucked this one a fair way, hasn't he?
He's chucked it a fair way this time, Gary. It's he's got the mat right back, and he's only really about 3 foot, I'd say, off the tee. Might be 4 foot. Hang on, Robbie keeps moving the camera. Maybe 5 foot. He keeps moving the camera.
6 foot.
6 foot. Hang on, but wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. We knew you'd want more.
Wait, there's more. But it is still a 3/4 length.
Well, Hillary is the one that set it up for the Swifts, in my opinion.
He's been leading very well.
He sure has.
Yeah, been leading very well.
And
just as we say that,
we say that, we've mozzed him.
That's it.
We've dead set mozzed him.
We have.
It's probably the worst bowl he's played all day.
No. We see David Pollard sticking to the same hand, playing the backhand. So he's got this very well grasped too.
Well, he's well grasped, but I don't think he's got much more weight than Hillary had.
Yeah, it looks that way. He pulled up a few.
Well, I think this could be about the longest end they played all morning.
I think so too.
So they're probably just trying to step into that extra weight. Roy Campbell says, good morning to you, Brian.
Good morning, Roy. Always good to have you on board, my friend.
Now, what's Hillary done here? He's played a matcher.
Yes, well,
He's played exactly the same shot.
he's got a very good memory.
He has. Bad.
A very good memory, yes. As we see Mark just trying to correct with his weight with his second bowl.
Yep.
I tell you what he has.
He has. He's got better weight. Just pinched his grass a wee bit, but that's definitely the shot.
Oh,
and Mark's giving him the...
Mark's giving him the cap.
He's giving him the cap.
Oh, my Godfather.
Hats off.
Hats off to everyone.
Yeah, hats off to Larry.
Oh, my God.
His name's not Larry, though, is it?
No, it probably is, though.
Good song, that.
It probably is, though.
Good song.
Like the amount of time they've changed the names on it.
Yeah, well, you call him anything you like.
Yeah.
Okay, so the boys are just not quite finding the right weight at the minute.
Well, as you said, Gary, it's the longest end they've played all
It
day,
is.
mate, so I think the players are struggling a little bit with his length. So.
Mark Gallagher, the skip, he's pretty happy because they're holding one at the moment. Here comes this Jimmy again.
Jimmy, yep, Jimmy. He's got this very
Jimmy,
well grassed too.
yeah,
Tell you what,
he
his
don't
weight's
mind
pretty good.
this.
If he touched this away, he's going to touch it.
Oh, he did. He got a bit of it. Well done,
very
Jimmy
good bowl there.
Dunsby.
Very good bowl. It's going to fall over. Yes, it has.
Yeah,
So there
and
you
the
go.
Emerald boys be more than happy with that because it's sort of taken it.
It takes
Jack
it away,
out of
doesn't
their-
it?
well,
Just tucks it away.
It does. It takes the jack out of your eyesight.
Right. Yeah, no, that's for sure. So
You
we got
do
a
it.
good close up here of his delivery. Got it away very
He
smoothly.
did. He got a lovely delivery, haven't he?
Yeah, that's for sure. Tell you what, it's depending upon his weight. He's played this pretty well. This bowl's coming home beautifully. Look at it starting to work now.
Oh,
Not going to be far away.
What a shot.
It's a great,
What a shot.
beautiful bowl there. Beautiful bowl.
Yeah, and that was Dennis, was it? Who played that? Yep, with the yellow hat.
As Dennis,
Very good shot, Dennis Caruana.
he even took the hat off to play that
He
shot.
did. He took that off before the skip did.
He did.
He said, "Oh, we're going to worry about this. I'll take me head off first."
Mate, he gave himself the hat.
Well, he gave himself the hat,
Gave himself the
even
hat.
before he played it. How confident was
Beautiful
that?
bowl there too, just quietly.
Yeah, that's a nice reply, isn't
Yeah.
it?
No, that's for sure.
From, who's that from? Was that Jimmy, was it?
That was Jimmy.
Now, here comes
David Bowles.
David.
David Bowles got the two-tone coloured bowls.
Yeah, and he's
Just a little bit wide.
When he gets inside that, he'll be happy
Well,
enough.
he probably counts now.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised. Just not too sure what's in front of Mark there, but no, it doesn't count. So I think that.
No, no, we forgot that other one.
Yeah.
Now, here's Jeff Cobbin. He's trundling down. He doesn't look too far away, does he? Might be quick, is he?
Yeah, a bit wide, I think, mate. Wide more than anything. So David on the mat once again. David Bowles. Oh, I think he's turned his back on this one.
Yeah, we did. He walked away,
He turned
didn't
his
he?
back on that one, mate. He didn't like it.
Walk away, Renee.
Yes.
Cheryl Hutchinson watching. Morning, Shezza.
Hey, g'day, Cheryl. How are you? How's my mate Pete going, please?
Yeah, that's
Give us some update on Pete. I know he had a bit of a procedure during the week with his crook back and everything, so hey, pass him on our kind regards, please, Cheryl, if you don't mind. Oh, just a bit long there.
He's gone through the aperture.
Yeah, the aperture.
Well, that's Jimmy C.
Jimmy
coined that
C.
one.
Jimmy C. You like? See, I see Johnny C. was here floating around. So.
Yeah, is he really?
Yep.
Oh, I'll have to go and meet. I have to go and say hello to John.
Yeah, John's around somewhere.
Okay, so we have. It's only one shot, isn't it? To
Yep.
to the
Now.
Swifts boys.
Everybody, we're going around the ground, so if you don't want to know the scores,
Look away.
look away.
What's Tony got for you?
Okay, good. Okay, so we have around the grounds. We have Broadbeach 27. This is in the women, of course. Broadbeach 27, Enoggera 23 on 29 ends. So still anyone's game there, Gary.
Yep.
And the Bagara North Mackay game, we have Bagara 32, North Mackay 24 on 28 ends. So a bit of a sneak away there from the Bagara team
Yep.
over North.
From what we had last time.
From what we had last
yeah.
time. And we haven't got an update yet at this stage on the Albert versus Algester game, but we'll get that through to you as soon as we can. In the men, we have Tweed Heads 52, Jubilee 19 on 38 ends. And
really the wrong way.
We have, in the other matches, it's 32 all between Dolby and Boyan Tanham.
Yep,
It's 32 all on 34 ends.
Very close.
And in the other game, Enoggera and Pialba, who will decide which one of those goes into the final, because they've both had 2 wins in that section. We have Enoggera 36, Pialba 20 on 27 ends.
I just snuck away a bit there.
Snuck away a little bit, but there's some close games there, Gary.
Yeah. And how many ends is that?
There's 27 ends. So
27.
Mark's not going to...
he's got a long way to go.
What's he going to do here? Well, he's taken a couple of them out. That's a good bowl by...
Oh, yes, it is.
Very good bowl by Mark. He's...
I'm not too sure how many down he was.
He was a few down, mate.
Certainly more than one, wasn't he?
I think he was about 3 down by the looks of it.
Yeah,
he pulled it back to 1.
He's
so
only 1 down now.
An absolute great bowl there by the skip, that's for sure. Saved him a few shots.
Elaine Savelli, well, I've just given you the update on the Pialba score for the men, and it appears that Enoggera have just got a little mini break on them.
Yes, there's great games. If you happen to be in the Tweed Edge region, I would suggest that you come down and see these great players in action on down here. So if you get the opportunity and you're anywhere around, call on down and say hi to us. Gary and I, we're the ones with the jugs of water in front of us. Just put out some teeth burts of beef jerky.
I'll get you to try some of it if you want to come up and have a crack at it. I've got enough here to last 5 years, I reckon. He's given me that much of it.
You want to get your own water jar. It's absolutely beautiful, though. Absolutely gorgeous. A nice bowl there by Hillary. Just
once again,
up
Hillary.
Right on the line.
Yeah. Okay, so Dave Pollard, he's come back with a very nice reply.
Nice bowl there, yeah. Lovely bowl there, mate. Yeah.
He's probably down, I think.
Yep.
That's the difficult part from where we're watching. We don't have the overhead view. We're looking from the same angle that you are. It's a bit difficult to tell who might have shot sometimes.
Well, I think there's a pretty good correction in this one here, though. Just going to come around his front
he's
one
got
there.
Around. Yeah, well, he's certainly got the shot with that, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's a beautiful
That's Ellery
correction.
again, by crikey. We've got to go and give him a pat on the back, haven't we?
Mate.
Beautifully grassed bowls, and he's fixed his weight up with the second one now.
I reckon he's climbed a few mountains in his day.
I reckon he could have. Dave Pollard, now has he fixed these up as well?
Oh, he's not far away, mate.
Oh, is he going to grab it? No, he didn't.
What a lovely home, though.
Yeah,
lovely home there. Skip seems to be pretty happy with that one, so Billy's just calling.
Well, I don't know. Did he indicate that they've got shot?
Well, I'm not too sure.
Carragher,
he did seem to me, he seemed to put his hand up.
He did.
He may have been giving him the...
Well, I don't know whether it was an indication of shot or something else, but...
No.
So here comes Dennis. And he's just,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we might get some
indication in. No, Mark's
maybe.
Mark's going to keep it quiet.
Yeah, he's not going to tell us anything, is he?
No. He's keeping it quiet, mate.
Joe Bagara says Warren Downey. We've given you the scores, so you should be right with those.
Is he going to sneak through? Oh, look, I think he's
snuck. Crikey.
That'd be pretty close, pretty close to shot. What a beautiful bowl that was, Gary. I don't think it would be shot, but it's another bowl in the head.
I had an idea. See, I don't know if I'm looking at things wrong, but I got an idea that Billy just indicated that he was down.
Well, he could be, mate.
With that last shot.
Yeah, he could be.
Here comes Dennis. Dennis again, so...
Tell you what, he's played this well. Mate, any movement on this front bowl, it's going to be shot.
Oh, yes. That's altered things now.
That's changed things now.
Yeah, too right it is. I think Billy's indicated it's only one.
Yes.
So he turned that bowl up. He must have been down before.
He must have been down. Yeah. Maybe that wing bowl.
Well, the one on the right-hand side.
Yes.
I think he must have snuck through that gap and got shot. It's funny how the sun's come out and so's the wind.
Yeah, the wind's got
The
up
wind's
too,
picked
mate.
up a bit, hasn't it?
It definitely has
It's
too.
perfectly still this morning.
But I noticed, though, too, even in the last half hour, though, Gary, the wind's actually changed to what it has been this morning.
Yeah, it's coming more from the north.
It's coming more from the north now, which is really the wind being right behind them as they're playing now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
The wind's directly behind them. So it makes it very interesting when you're going back the other way now, when you be playing directly into the wind.
Well, on the previous end, they were all starting to drop short, weren't they?
Well, that's right.
Well, that was probably what was happening.
Yeah. But so you see the wind's changed in probably the last quarter of an hour or so, really making it interesting. That's for sure.
So we reckon the Swifts boys are holding one, and they've just got a little, they've snuck away on the main board from the Emerald Fellows. They're leading 41-32 overall, as you can see.
Yep. It was the Emerald boys have been making them play, though, mate.
Well, they sure have, but it wasn't too long ago when the scores were, very level. Wasn't it about 30 all or something?
That's correct. Yeah, lovely bowl there by David Bowles.
Yep, he's dropped in behind.
Yeah, indicated 2 from Billy there.
Did
by
he?
the looks of it.
Yeah, well, that back one's got to count along with the blue one.
I wasn't too sure, but Tony just pointed it out to me there on the screen.
Okay, so here's Jeff Cobbin. He's we can't quite see because Mark's standing right in the bloody way.
Yeah.
Well, somebody mentioned that before. We've got to get a message to Mark.
We've got other cameras here, mate. Got other cameras here.
So we believe that the Swifts boys are holding 2 shots.
Looks like to be holding 2 shots, yes. No, that's for sure.
And having a bit of a powwow mid-green here.
Yeah, Dave and Bill having Hillary and
they're
Bill.
just having a bit of a chat.
Bit of a chinwag there.
What's going on? But so far it's been most of the matches that we've had news from have been very close, haven't they?
No, that's for sure. We should have another wrap around the grounds, hopefully coming up shortly. So
yeah, we've got the assistance of a walkie-talkie, which has made it a lot better and a lot quicker to get the results to you.
Yep. Mark just going back to the mat now. I assume he'll probably stick to his forehand here. Yeah, Gary.
Well, Billy's played one that's come behind. It's not such a bad idea because I doubt very much whether Mark's going to be short, is he? Do you think he might plough one up through the middle? What have we got here? Donuts. Oh, thank you.
Hang on, you got to do some talking first, mate.
What I do? Oh, he's already chopped into his. Okay, so, well, this is going to be a little on the sad side for Marky. I'm sure he didn't mean to be doing that. How did your hot dogs go last night, Robbie? Oh, she'd already done it. Yeah.
A good-looking bowl here by Billy.
Yeah,
Gary.
he's got a bumper shot, hasn't he?
Yeah. Maybe count? Just a little bit short.
Oh, now. He's given the wobbly hand. He doesn't know.
Mark really just got to come around that front one. Not going to be far away though, Gary. I don't think.
He's certainly got better grasp with this, hasn't he? But I'm not sure if he's going to clear the bunch.
No, not quite.
Not going to make any difference. Well,
I think that could be.
Well, it could be holding 3 or 4 here.
It was definitely 2 anyway, for sure.
I weren't sure. They're taking 2 out, have they?
Taking 2 out.
No, they might only take 1 out. Here they go. Down to do the measure. You've got a close-up on that. So I think you'll find it's 2.
2.
Yeah, those little donuts are nice, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I tried to get talking straight after you took a mouthful. You wouldn't come in on it.
I was about to chow down on one, and I noticed you'd already eaten yours.
You don't get to look like this, mate. If you look at food, mate.
No, you don't.
You too can look like this.
Yeah, you've only got to eat a donut every day. Okay, so. Oh, there's massive cheering going on next door, isn't there?
Yep, no.
To one of the Tweed Heads Jubilee matches.
Yeah, no. We see the Swift boys just starting to get away a little bit.
They are, aren't they?
Just looking at the other rinks, though, on rink 3, and I'm not too sure who's who on this, but you've got Emerald leading 15-9 on 12 ends. On rink 5, which is beside the TV rink, you've got Swifts leading 20-8. And on the rink that we're broadcasting from, it's Swifts 14, Emerald 9. So
yeah,
those Emerald boys have led most of that game.
Well, they have. And the game we're televising, it wasn't all that long ago when they were 9-all.
9-all, yeah. We just see Mark just pulling his grass a little bit there, but it's great to see the Leichhardt district being represented here by Emerald.
Linny Jaffray's watching. Well, Linny was here yesterday, and
yes, Lynn
she
was
was
here.
chatting away with a gentleman, and I went to get her. I thought I'll come back and say hello. I went and got a drink, and by the time I got back, she'd gone.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to say howdy.
No.
Okay, so once again, Hilry's he set the benchmark here, and his first bowl was a good one. His second one just dropped a wee bit short.
Just a wee, yeah.
He's holding 2.
Holding 2, as we see Mark just trying to correct now. He's got a nice grass line on this. He's just got to drop under this bowl. He's going to drop under it. He's pretty close to it.
This is Dave Pollard, isn't it? I thought you said it was Mark. It's Dave Pollard, according to me.
Yeah, Dave Pollard, I beg your pardon, yes. I was looking at the wrong sheet.
He's gone through the gap.
Yes.
Okay, so here's Dennis Caruana. Now, Dennis has played particularly well, hasn't he?
Well, any movement on these front bowls...
Well, that's it. Look what he's done.
He's just...
I see the lead and the second for the Swifts in this particular game.
Yep.
Very similar to what we saw yesterday with the two Pialba gentlemen.
They led very well,
The lead and the second.
Yeah, led very well up front. But, it's just great to see these districts represented, though. Leichhardt district's not a very large district, but it's a very good district, and it's just great to see the representation here. Two very hard-working councillors up there in Roxanne and Ray. They do a great job for their district when they come down to Bowls, Queensland.
David Sill said, "Why have I got no sound?"
I can't help you, mate.
Well, that's the problem at your end, I would think, David, not here.
We're just doing around the grounds for you at the moment.
Well, the Gold Coast boys are heading very strongly towards an afternoon appearance in the final, ladies and gentlemen. They're from Tweed Heads fellows are leading 56-23 over Jubilee after 43 ends. And we've got some more scores coming at you. We might be able to make a prediction as to who they're going to be playing in the final. I think we can safely say that one team is pretty well guaranteed to make it, and that's the fellows, the local chaps here from Tweed Heads. Very strong combination, and most of them you will know, but needless to say, we'll introduce and name them all as we get to the afternoon.
Yeah, we see head building here with David Bowles. Already got one bowl in there by the looks of it, Gary. Mm-hmm. So David just about to play his second bowl now on the mat. Whoop, no, he's walked off.
No, he's having a look.
He's having a look.
Okay. He's coming up here with a bit of weight, is he?
Yep.
No, he don't.
No drawing, mate.
No, I
drawing.
just thought he might be. He just lined up it to me as if he was going to have a little niggle. He's played a very fine shot, though, hasn't
his
he?
bowl will always come back.
Have a look at that.
Yeah, beautiful bowl.
That's a tremendous shot.
I don't know why he wanted to play his forehand when he can play his backhand like that, mate, eh?
Well, I think probably he had the option of playing both hands, and I wouldn't mind betting that Bill called him out there anyway.
Yeah, well, Bill did call him on that hand there. We see a nice reply here, though. How's his run?
Just going to get past him. Don't know that he is. Oh, he's got a little slide off that.
Yeah, what a great try. A beautiful tractor. Just a bit more weight. Another foot
They've
and a half.
had pretty damn good hits, though, this game, haven't
mate,
they?
They have, mate. The Emerald boys have led for a fair part of the game.
They did, and they've done nothing wrong, have they?
They've played some great bowls, mate.
I mean, very rarely have we seen some horrible-looking bowls come down, but most of the time the heads have been very close.
No, that's for sure.
Jill Buchan says, good morning, and good morning to you, Jill, and your request will be granted very shortly. Well, it's not a request, she's saying go the Broadbeach girls, and we're just getting those scores on the walkie-talkie now as we speak.
Yes, we'll be giving a news flash in a minute.
Barbara Green, morning, Barbie.
Hey, Barbara, how are you this morning? What's the weather like in Sydney this morning?
Right.
So
we've got, before Barb answers, we've got the scores coming at you.
Yeah, Bill just going for a little bit of insurance there, I think.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, not a bad idea at all.
No. He's definitely holding one, isn't he?
Yes, no, that's for sure. With if Mark tries to play with any weight at all, that's
Mark Carragher.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get past him to sit the shot bowl.
Tell you what, he's not going to be far away from this too. He's just going to keep working.
Is he out
onto his front bowl?
Well,
that'll
do. That'll do because
that's a great skips bowl.
Well, that's right. He had two chances on that hand, didn't he? To either get to the shot bowl or turn that one up.
Mate, that was a beautiful bowl there.
That's all
Mark.
he's done.
Absolutely.
Now that adds benefit to the fact that that Billy put his first bowl behind.
Well, that's for sure. So he's be a little bit aggressive here if he wants to be.
Well, he can be. Yeah, and he is. Now, is he going to... Well, I think he's not going to get back in time, is he, to get what he wants?
No. So with that wind changing too, Gary, it's just changed enough for it to...
All right, well, I don't think you'll find... Oh, he hasn't got another one, has he?
Yeah, no, Mark's got another bowl, but Bill's out of ammo, mate.
No, well, he did, and his third's just calling him saying, but look, just play the same shot.
Well, he played it so well, didn't he?
You either draw another one to beat that back bowl, or you turn your yellow one up.
And that yellow one's only got to go a couple of inches.
Of course it does.
Oh, starting to work now, yep.
Well, I don't mind this, do you?
I reckon it's pretty close, mate, in my opinion.
He gets onto his yellow one, he's a real chance, and he's just going to fall off.
Just got too much of the...
and even then with a second click, he might have just reached it, but he didn't.
Well, this is...
Okay,
Gary, around the grounds, here we go. Updates. Broadbeach 36, Enoggera 28 on 35 ends.
That's in the ladies, of course.
This is the ladies, of course, yes. We got Bagara 44, North Mackay 29 on 39 ends. We have the Albert 35, Algester 45 on 42 ends. Now, that's a bit of a turnaround there.
Yeah, that come from
the Alberts.
Behind
they've snuck away a little bit. Now, in the men's, as we know, it's Tweedhead's 57-23 to Jubilee.
That's after 44 ends.
Yep. And we're just getting another update from the Broadbeach Enoggera ladies game, and the reason we're doing that because whoever wins this, Gary, wins the section, of course. So it's now 40-32 in favour of Broadbeach on 38 ends over Enoggera. Still anyone's game.
Oh, it is, because they've still got a long
game.
way to go, haven't they?
That's ever so true. Dolby 33, Boyne Tanham 39 on 38 ends.
Well, that's an interesting score, isn't it?
It is. That's still close too. That's very close. And of course, in the other game, which decides on not being disrespectful, but to see who's going to
See
play
who's going to play Tweed Heads.
It's Enoggera 42, Pyalba 29 on 36 ends.
Look, they've maintained their advantage, haven't they?
Enoggera have, by the looks of things.
The first score we gave you was that Enoggera were leading 20, what was it there? I just saw 25 to 13.
Yeah.
That was the initial score we gave you over an hour ago. And they're now leading 42-29, so they've just maintained their advantage.
They have. They've done that. So it's been
the Pyalba boys need to make some sort of a move.
Yeah. So it's been well, it's close all the way around. I said I'm not over presuming that. I just think that Tweed Heads may have this game in hand now because they're leading on all rinks.
What? Okay. He's taking one. You wouldn't want this one. Robbie, you wouldn't want. I've got too many marks on this. Oh my goodness.
He's the only bloke I know that got a book, Robbie, and he's rewritten it. He's crossed out that many names.
I'm going to bring a bottle of white out next time. No,
you wouldn't have
blokes keep giving me a bump stare.
You wouldn't have enough white out for what you've done here this morning.
Stephen Carney saying, go Bundaberg.
Mate, they're going pretty well. Don't you worry about that. That's for sure, Steve. So, just got to draw around that bowl there, Gary, by the looks of it. Tell you what, he's got this pretty well pointed. How close is he? Pretty close by the looks of it. Oh, just snuck around
just drifted past.
Well,
look at that, they're all lined up like chooks on a bench, aren't they? Terrific grass, a lot of them.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
They're just sorting their weight out of. If somebody's going to grab it sooner or later. I don't even know where the jack is.
Well, I think it's just in behind the just
I haven't been watching.
This will be another one here.
Oh, look, he's leaned down on it. And well, have a look at that.
Yeah, not a bad, is it? Bill's pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, but he's clapping. He's giving him the seal. He must think that's all right. Okay, so here comes
tell you what,
Jeff, is it?
You've got a good line on this one, mate.
Jeffrey.
Oh, just got a little bit of that one.
Well, that sort of get a proper look at it now, can't they?
Yeah, well, it's actually plucked that out of the way now, Gary, so he's got every opportunity now of getting into it, so...
Yeah, so Billy's asking that, he reaches his previous bowl, he'd be pretty happy, wouldn't he?
Yes, that's for sure.
Come and have a look, he said. Get down here. That's the vision from the side camera, which is mounted on the edge of the green. It's one of the reasons, too, folks, why you'll notice over the period of time that this has been happening, that almost all of the matches we bring you are on the outside rinks.
Yes.
Either traditionally rink 1 or 7, but they're always in. They're not right on the ditch, are they?
No, they're fairway in, that's for sure.
But that gives our DOE, Robbie Allen, the opportunity to put a wing camera either on the bank of rink 1 or rink 7.
Hey, David just coming round the back of his bowl there, Gary, so handy little home in case the Emerald boys get very aggressive. Tell you what, got a good line on this one.
He's got a bit more purpose in this, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he's still not going to be wide enough.
Still not wide enough, yeah. Beautiful weight for what he's after, though,
yeah,
Gary.
Well, he's just got to rattle in there, hasn't he?
Absolutely beautiful weight for what he's after, mate. Yeah, he just needs to probably keep that line and just go a little bit quicker, I assume, you know what I mean? Because that wind.
Here comes
David Bowles.
David, he might have wanted to go quicker if he hadn't got any more ammo. Okay, so from what we can gather...
Yeah, they are out of ammo too.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think the Swift boys might have a couple here, don't you?
Well,
no, maybe not. Well, it could even be one down. I was watching other things.
But just for all those viewers out there, is how it operates. It's the Pennant finals, the Division 1 Pennant finals from Bowls, Queensland. Whoever wins this is the state champion. And, of course, we have 8 zones within Queensland, and they come from all over. So it's an absolute pleasure to see all these champions. Oh, he didn't want to hit that one.
No, Mark's run into
David Bowles' front bowl.
He's run into the front bunch there.
So all these champions have won their district, of course, Gary, and then they've gone to represent their district at the zone level, and they've won that, and they're here this weekend to play that. So absolute fantastic and a great accomplishment by all teams that are here.
Oh, Billy's made a great bowl. He's made a whopper now. What we can't see, they're all having a bo peep at this one. Whoa. We don't know who's got shot there.
No, it's no call at all from
they haven't got a clue. Yeah. And they're looking over the top of it.
Well, they must favour themselves for
the
shot.
Emerald boys must reckon they got it because he's calling him away from the head, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. So
he's saying, give us a little bit of cover out here. So he must... Mark Gallagher must believe that he's holding.
That he's got shot, yeah.
And he's called... not Mark, it's Jeff, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, well, he caused no damage there because he dropped well short. So now Billy's come down and he's saying there's all these different equations coming into it now.
No, that's for sure.
Anything could happen here.
Yeah.
I've lost contact with this thing too.
Yeah, this seems to be dropping in there, but we won't worry about that now.
So they're decent.
For some reason they keep dropping out. I think it's just the... will that be the internet here this morning, Robbie? Yeah. Unfortunately, our iPads are out, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we're not
acknowledging
your presence because for some reason they just keep dropping out on us. We're not touching them; they're just dropping out. So anyway, our director of everything's just fixing them up for us.
He's all over it.
He's all over it.
Yeah. The boys have had a decent look at the head here, and they've had a
bit of a discussion.
Oh, they have indeed, and. Well, still not. We believe that the Swift boys are probably one down. And we're not real sure what sort of a shot he's going to play here. Righto, so he's gone out there again with a nice line that he had with his first bowl.
Could be a bit too wide.
Well, I think he might have overdone this a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Wilkie is on board.
Well, I've got to go. Is he here? Is he? Oh. I was getting out of my chair to let him sit down.
No, he's just been watching us for a little while, Gary, seeing how you're going.
Oh, well, he's entitled to do that, isn't he?
We've got some beef jerky here for you for when you get here, mate.
Oh, I don't know if he likes it, does he?
He's going to like it when he gets here.
Scores on the other two rinks. Who asked that question? Ray Marshall. Ray scores on the other two rinks, please.
Well, on rink 5, the score is 24-8
in favour of
Swifts over Emerald, and on the other rink it's 17-14 in favour of Emerald over Swifts. And on this rink that we're telecasting, it is 14-11 in favour of Swifts. So it looks like Graham Hooper, who's on the middle rinks, having a comfortable win at this particular stage. They're just updating it now. It's now 29-8 on 17 ends.
And that's Graham Hooper's rink, you'd say?
Yeah, Graham Hooper's rink.
He's got Gwyn Labita, from what I can see. Zach Adams and himself. And we can't have David Bowles because he's playing here.
He's playing over here.
So I don't know who the substitute is. It must be somebody's substituted there.
Yeah, they've changed.
There
we go.
Okay.
There's another sheet of paper.
So with all these stuff being changed around. Okay, so he's got...
Robbie and I know, we just don't tell Gary everything, do we, mate? That's it.
Well, you got David... Oh, that's David Booth. Oh, okay, so he's got Gwyn Labita, David Booth, Zach Adams and Graham Hooper. And the other rink is... now, they're winning, aren't they?
They're in front by the looks of it,
now,
yes. I'm not too sure who they're playing, but...
yeah, but the other team of the Swifts Club is Stephen Blesley Shay Thiel, Steve Bell and Glenn Pitts.
It's good bowl here coming down. Yeah, he's going to get a result out of that, yep. That'll be probably one, if not two, to the Emerald team. Mark, very happy with that, that's for sure.
Okay, well, I'm going to make a declaration now that Tweedheads are the first ones into the men's final. After 50 ends, they're leading 67 to 25.
Okay. Now that's a commentator's curse if I've ever heard
Well, mate, if I'm wrong, I'm going home.
No, but you probably take the beef jerky with you, though.
Well, I will.
You can't go.
Well, if I've made a bad call there,
you can't go.
I'm seriously giving this game away. They've got to make up 45 shots or something in about 11 ends. How the hell are they going to do that?
I don't know, mate.
Oh, look out, here comes the Pialba boys.
That's an update there, ladies and gentlemen.
Dusted yet.
In another match which is going to decide who plays in the final. In the men's, it's Nogra 46, Pialba 35 on 42 ends. So still got 21 ends to go there, Gary. Still anyone's game there, mate.
Yep.
That's still close to call, in my opinion.
Was that the last game you gave? Yeah.
That's the last.
Yeah. We got another score, have we?
We got another update here, which is the Dolby versus Boyne-Tanham game, and Boyne-Tanham has snuck away a little bit there, 48 to 36 on 44 ends. So, yeah, pretty good. And we're talking to the boys this morning who said they found it very, very hard to get here with all the connecting flights and everything they were after, Gary.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why we started so early this morning, wasn't it?
Yes, that's true, so they can get home at a reasonable hour. So just mainly hook up with all the connecting flights that they leave with and that, Gary. So,
Paulie Ryan's watching.
G'day, Paul. How are you?
Morning, Paulie.
He Mark's a little bit interested in this one here, mate. He's got it very well grassed. The bowl starts to work now. Yeah. So, he's just going to pull up.
The right weight.
Yeah, he had a beautiful line for what he was after, Gary. Yeah, beautiful line. See David Bowles just playing his second one here. Now he's just let it go. Got a good grass line on it. Bowl starts to work. Bill's starting to like it already. He says, want you to sit this back one here. He's quite happy with that. So two skips go to the head. Mark having a real good look to see who's got shot here by the looks of it. He's happy with what he saw. It'd be interesting to see what shot Bill plays here. Any movement on that front bowler, David Bowles, will definitely promote him up for shot, I assume. So getting down to the business end now, and it's still it's only 46 ends, so anything can happen. So Mark got first bowl here, sticking to his backhand. Oh, bowl starting to work now. I don't think it's going to be too far away. Nice bowl here by Mark, that's for sure. Going to sit just in behind the kitty. That's probably the shot, I think, from here anyway. So he played that very, very well. So Bill just got to try and outdraw that one, I assume. Any movement on David's front bowl, very beneficial for his team. Again, he's got it very well grassed also. Oh, he's played this pretty well too. Bowl starts to work in nicely now. Oh, just his weight, I think, just going to pull up. Makes it a little bit harder though for Mark to come round that bowl now. He doesn't want to touch it because it is on the run. So any movement on that, then would definitely favour the Swiss team. So just got to sneak around it. I think he's done that by the looks of it. Oh, he's going to pull up short. He had a beautiful line. So Dave just calling Bill on another shot there. On his forehand, onto that dark blue bowl. He's onto that dark blue bowl, plays through the head. If he hits it in the belly, it probably sit this yellow bowl out the head. And I tell you what, he's not going to be too far away. He's going to hit it just got it the wrong side. Yeah, a bit unlucky there, but anyway, he played it pretty well. So Just a little bit unlucky. Not too sure what the pickup was there. The indications not there of how many it was, but the second's just about to go to the board now. Great fight back by the Emerald team on this rink, Gary. It's now 14-all.
Well,
so a great fight back by them, that's for sure.
It was 9-all, wasn't it, earlier on, and now we're 14-all. So it's been a pretty close match, the one we're watching, but they've still got a little bit of a margin to pick up.
Yep.
The Emerald boys, haven't they?
They have. Now we're going to do an around the grounds.
Here we go again.
So here we go again. So as we've said, if you don't want to know the scores, close your eyes. Okay, in the ladies, Broadbeach 44, Enoggera 37 on 42 ends. Still anyone's game, Gary.
Yep.
Still got plenty of ends to go there.
Yeah,
21
44
ends
to 37
on 42 ends. So they've still got 21 ends to play. So that's anyone's game. We've got Bagara 50 to North Mackay 32 on 44 ends. The Albert 37, Algester 57 on 49 ends. We've got Jubilee 25, Tweedhead 68 on 51 ends. And we have Dolby 36 to Boyne Tannum 48 on 44 ends. And in the other one, it is Enoggera now 46 to Pyalba 35 on 42 ends. So again, it's still anyone's game there, Gary. Really,
indeed. Yeah, they've still got to pick up that 11-shot margin, haven't they?
We see a nice bowl here by Hillary. He's just going to clip this bowl out of the head. Oh, he has done. He's played that beautifully. Absolutely beautiful. You got a nice result there, that's for sure. So.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at those scores.
Yeah, no, it was. They had a beautiful bowl there in the head, and Hillary just sat it out the head and sat there for shot. Gary played it very, very well. That's for sure. So.
Good morning from Cheryl and Tony Colvin, is it, from Harvey Bay? And they're barracking for Pyalba.
Okay.
And they're not out of it, but they're still just uncomfortable 10 or 11 shots behind Enoggera. Cheryl, as we've just told you. Michael Brethen's watching. Neil Wood is watching. Go Bagara, go Mum. Jane Conlon is back with us. Morning, Jano, from Emu Park. I think she had a game of bowls herself yesterday, from what I remember.
Did she?
Well, I understand that's what she said. I might be wrong. She's playing some competition, I believe. Okay, so where are we? 57-36 is the score I can see. Yeah, the Tweed boys are high-fiving all on each rink, so I think they're, without getting too overconfident, I think they've pretty well booked themselves a spot in this afternoon's final.
Well, it does look that way, Gary.
Mean,
they have played very well by the looks of
it. We haven't been able to see every bowl come down. I was just watching the scoreboard click over. And they'd all have to get hit by a typhoon to lose this one.
Beautiful bowl.
They're leading 71-27 after 53 ends.
Yep. And there we have an update on the men's match with the all-important game between Enoggera and Pyalba, of course, because I say all-important game because whoever wins that goes into the final.
Against Tweed, yep.
And at the moment it's Enoggera 50, Pyalba 40 on 47 ends.
They're just maintaining that 10 or 12 shot bumper, aren't they?
And Boyne Tannum still in front of Dolby's, 48-41 on 46 ends.
Yep.
So we're trying to keep you updated with all the scores, but ladies and gentlemen, you've got to understand that Tweed Heads Bowls Club, there's 4 greens, and we're on the front green.
You keep calling it Pyalba, it's Pyalba.
Pyalba.
Yeah, I've just been reminded again.
I used to live at Pyalba, mate.
Did you really?
I lived at Pyalba. Franklin Road. I certainly did. I was a member of Harvey Bay Bowls Club, Gary.
Were you?
Yes, I was up there for 3.5 years. Lovely part of the world, the Fraser Coast.
Well,
we see David Bowles just going to get a bit of a straightener.
Skid. No, he would have been happier to get the skid, wouldn't he? It would have straightened him up a bit.
Would have straightened him up a bit.
But this game where broadcasting, televising is 14 all, isn't it?
Fantastic. 14 all on 16 ends.
14 all.
Great effort by the Emerald combination. They really played some great bowls.
Overall, the Swifts are just hanging on to that comfortable buffer, aren't they? They're 20-odd shots in front.
Yep.
And mainly due, I think, to
Graham
Hoopersrink, who's
29 to 8 on 17.
29 to 8. Well, he's made up nearly the total margin, hasn't he?
Yes, and then on the other rink, of course, you've got Emerald 18, Swifts 14. So great effort by the Emerald boys, that's for sure. They're showing their class, I can assure you. They've done their district and their club very, very proud, that's for sure. As we see...
Mark's coming down with these.
Be a bit wide with this one, Gary. I really think he wanted a little bit... Well, I think the third's just saying the wind got a hold of that.
The wind got him. Well, that's the way the wind's coming from the right-hand side. You can see our little banner, top right of your screen there. That's the Lawn Bowls banner. It's sort of flapping around a little bit more now than what it was.
Tell you what, Billy's not far away from this.
What's he going to do?
Oh, he just rocked it, mate.
Holy dooly.
He just rocked it.
Poor old David. He shook his head in disbelief.
Yeah, he did too, didn't he? Eh?
No, but that happens, doesn't it? You see it all the time. Morning, Glenn Joyce. Gleno, I think I had an idea the match was going to start midday
at 12 o'clock
Queensland time.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the latest.
It
will be starting. And because of that, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's because a lot of these people have to get their flights home. And that's the only time I see Bill's very close with this bowl here. I think he's got the bowl this time.
Yeah, he has too. Now, what's he done? What's the end result here?
I think he's made a few shots there, right?
Well, he might have done that too. I'm not entirely sure. There's one out. He's made the conversions when he had to.
Bill's a very experienced player, mate. Not saying that Mark isn't an experienced player neither, but Bill's been...
This could be two here if that's going to... I think that counted. It's only one. Okay.
Only one shot.
Well, he was one down. Now he's one up. So.
One up. Well, it's now 15-14 to the Swifts combination on that rink. So
he's made quite a few conversions when he's had to, hasn't he?
He has. Well, that's Billy's sign of his experience too, though, isn't it?
You know what he's there to do.
You know, as just give you a quick update on the scores for the Tweed Heads, which are in front of us. And Wayne Turley's in front 30-7. Kurt Brown's in front 21-10, and Kelvin Kirko is in front 20-12. And they're all got round about 17 or 18 ends up on their board now.
They haven't got far to go, have they? They appear to be a little further advanced than a lot of the other matches going on with the number of ends they've played, haven't they? They're 4 or 5 or 6 or sometimes 10 ends in front of some of the other games.
Yes, no, that's true. Now, there we go. Robbie's just put the scores up on the bottom of the screen for you, ladies and gentlemen, because he's the director of everything and because he can do it.
Well, he does it all the time. Troy Jamison is asking who's commentating with me. Well, it's Brian Marshall, Troy, our district president. And he's talking about he used to play at Harvey Bay.
Yes, I did used to play at Harvey Bay back in the late 80s, early 90s, my friend. I was a member of Harvey Bay Bowls Club when David Perez was the greenkeeper up there. He had 3 grass greens and was a wonderful club, that's for sure.
That's answered your question, Troy boy.
Yes, quite a few years ago now, but I've been up on Tamarine Mountain since I left Harvey Bay.
And, Billy's got the leg swing going here, and he's very happy with this one.
Very, very good bowl.
Have a look at that. Now, that's the El Presidente.
That's El Presidente, mate.
That's an El Presidente bowl.
Yes, no, that's for sure.
That's from Hillary Goebel.
Yep. I had a wonderful wonderful club, Harvey Bay Bowls Club, as all the clubs up there were In those days too, I'll tell you how long ago it was. Urangan Bowls Club had 2 grass greens too, and they were 2 magnificent greens to play on too, and 2 beautiful grass surfaces, and now they're 2 undercover. It's still beautiful surfaces, but undercover, which is obviously the way to go this day and age. And of course, Harvey Bay's got synthetic greens in there also, and Pyoba's still got 2 grass greens. And as I said, even though I lived at Pyoba, I was a member of Harvey Bay Bowls Club back in those days.
Okay.
A lovely part of the world.
It's a bit of history for you, isn't it?
A bit of a history, yes.
It's nice to see that we've got a bit of a build-up in spectator.
Quite a few
numbers.
People starting to come in now, Gary, that's for sure.
I think they're all starting to get excited about the final this afternoon.
Well, why wouldn't you?
And the Tweed Edge Club is unique for the grandstand arrangement they have around the green, aren't they?
Yeah, no,
not too many clubs have got the seating that they've got. And
we saw one bowler yesterday, though, Gary, and I checked on him this morning to see how his health was. He got hit right in the chest by a kiddie.
Well, he did
from a Stephen Tong drive. And I made the comment to him this morning that he was very fortunate that it didn't hit him in the mouth, because I reckon he would have lost most of his teeth.
He probably would have.
And he said he reckons if it was about half an inch high, it would have got him right in the sternum. So he's a very, very lucky boy.
Yeah.
Very, very lucky boy.
Yeah, well, those sorts of things happen. And the chappie that we're talking about was sitting on the seat behind us.
Yes.
And he must have taken his eye off.
No, he reckons he just caught it out his eye just as it started to lift off the green. But as he said, it was on him in no time.
Yeah, but he didn't have a chance to protect himself to turn side on.
Not at all.
Well, if you normally shy and turn side on when you see something like that. They hit you in the shoulder or whatever.
But it got him right in the chest, mate.
But he never had an opportunity to protect himself with his hands either. Anyway, he's all right.
Yeah, not a bad bowl there, Jack High.
Marilyn Powell, she's barracking for Bagara.
Yep.
And I think the last reports, they were in front, weren't they?
Yep. Well, there's the latest scores up there anyway, Gary.
Okay.
Robbie's just put them up. 61-40.
Yeah, that's the
that's the overall, of course, Emerald.
21, so they're holding a margin of 21 shots.
Yes, at the moment, yes.
They're looking more comfortable as time goes by.
David Bowles just trying to flick this bowl in, just missed it, but he went to a very good home. So Mark's just, change your hands and be aggressive. So there you go.
Well, El Presidente is still holding 2, isn't he?
He's holding 2 shots there, yes.
He's bowled particularly well. Now, here comes Jeff, is it? He's having a bit of a niggle at it. He might get them both. He was unlucky.
He got one, though.
He got one out.
No, good bowl there. Very good bowl. You really think the way that was set, that he'd get both of them.
Well, the way he was heading, he was very unlucky not to get them both, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Anyway, we've called that a bit quick.
Yeah, well...
As it turned out, we didn't mean to.
No, it's... you think he would have got 2, but he's got 1 anyway, so he's... we're just getting... some more updates for you by the sounds of things. We're going around the grounds again.
Yeah, this is something that saved us a lot of energy in the previous telecast we've had, because we've had to get up out of our chair and do the run around ourselves. And now we've got
a crew helping us.
One of our crews up there with a walkie-talkie.
One good thing about the Gold Coast Tweed District, we've got a lot of good helpers, Gary.
We have.
A lot of good helpers. We may be very small in numbers, as most districts are these days. There's not many people want to put their hand up and do the work. But
I might have to go inside too. And
we've got some very dedicated workers down here, as all districicts do these days.
Here comes Billy.
He's just in behind there.
Yeah, he won't mind that.
It's a pretty good home there, really.
It's a brilliant home, actually.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Mark's going to play with a bit of aggression here also.
Well, he's asking third to do that, so
he'd be playing the same, I assume.
You'd think so. He looks to be lining up to play crunch weight, does he? Or what's he going to do?
No, he's playing through the heads.
Yeah.
Playing through the head slightly.
I don't know that he is. Just trying to draw it. I might have to nick inside and order those pies for Robbie, because if they run out, he'll burn the club down.
I'm going to go upstairs and try them up there.
Going upstairs for a pie. He's going up the top shelf.
Where are you going?
Upstairs to the top shelf.
All right, well, yeah. He's not going to have their pies, all right. You go somewhere else.
Good looking bowl here by Billy. You're going to sit inside these ones?
Yep.
Oh, he has to. That's a class bowl.
Well, that's a good shot,
That's
isn't
a
it?
good bowl, isn't it? You know.
You got to miss that front one. Have the right weight to just nestle in.
Yeah.
Although Jeff Cobbin there, he's sort of given a wobbly handshake, so he doesn't know whether that actually counts or not. He's not sure if it's two or only just the one. Now, has he got past that? No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Just caught the edge of it there, Gary.
So they're going to kick one out here, which is El Presidente. Oh, no, they've two. He must have thought that we're not sure if we're two or three. It's probably just two, but they're going to tape it anyway. And Troy Jamison's asking, is the Coolangatta Bakery still top class? Is that where Robbie's going to go?
No, he's going. He's going upstairs in the clubhouse, mate.
Oh, okay.
He's going upstairs.
Can someone tell me the score update for Bagara? I cannot hear the commentary. Well, if you can't hear the commentary, we're not going to be able, even if we gave you the score, you wouldn't hear it. Is that what I'm saying?
Robbie will put it on.
Oh, okay. Robbie's going to put it on the screen for you. Who am I talking to there? Suzanne.
Yeah, put it on comments.
Oh, okay. He's going to put it on the comments. Right.
Yep.
So, whichever medium you're watching, the comments will give you what's happening. But
a good 3/4 length here, Gary.
they're shaking hands on one of the Gold Coast rinks here.
Wayne Turley's shaking hands.
Wayne Turley and his boys have won 30-9. Now that's I think that's Neville. Yeah, Neville Jenkins. I can't quite see through this panel. Anyway, we'll get to that later.
It'll be Jaden Cattell and John Bozzarelli. John Bozzarelli leads up for Wayne Turley with Jaden Cattell playing 2, Neville Jenkins 3, and Wayne Turley, of course, the
Wayne
skip.
Turley to skip. So.
The other 2 rinks are still out there. Not too sure who they played against.
The other 2 rinks are Maxie Jaffray, who's, from what I could see, played brilliantly. Clinton Bailey, Brendan Wilson was 3rd, and Curdy Brown skipped.
What a magnificent bowl there by Hillary. Just trailed that kitty off the shot bowl.
Well, here we go. Another update, is it, Robbie?
Yep, we're getting him. He's coming around the grounds now.
The inaugural Pielba game.
Pielba.
I keep saying the wrong thing, don't I?
Well, think pies, see? That's why it's Pielba. Pielba.
Rightio. Okay, so
nice head set up there for the Swifts team by the looks of it. It was a very hard bowl to get out of the head there, so Mark's calling his team on the forehand.
Score for Jane Bush is tipping into Broady inaugural final for the ladies. Oh, it can't be a final between them, can it?
No, because whoever wins that's in the final.
Exactly.
Whoever wins that is into the final.
Now, Robbie's put the
Hey, Jane, how are you this morning?
North Mackay score up there for you. For that lady who was asking, that was Suzanne Rigney Kington. So you can see that if you scroll down If it's not already there, you can have a look at that. We're getting the other scores for you now as Robbie's typing, getting it all sorted. So those of you who are looking for scores on the other games, you'll have them any minute. All right, so the Broadbeach girls are leading. Oh, okay, you've scrubbed that out.
Okay,
all right.
Here we go.
You do that one.
The ones that we've got updates on anyway at this particular stage, ladies and gentlemen, Bagara ladies are 56 over North Mackay 38 on 52 ends, and the Albert 40 Algester 66 on 55 ends. And all of the other scores we're still waiting on updates on, so as soon as they come in we will reiterate those and plus pass them on to you once again.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can.
Oh, he got a result with that.
He did, bang.
He sprang the kitty back in the kitty.
I don't know if it went out of bounds.
No, it went back in the ditch by the looks of it, mate. Be right on the edge by the looks of it. No drama. We'll get the other updates. Robbie's just trying to put the scores up on the in comments for you, ladies and gentlemen, so you can read them yourself.
Warwick Weeks says thank you. Well, we do the best we can.
We see just got a draw to the ditch here. Just calling David Bowles. Draw to the ditch. Got plenty of room to draw the shot there, Gary.
He has.
He's played it pretty well too.
I think he might. They'd bend it down to grab it, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, look. He would have sat right on top of the jack.
He would have been there too, Gary, that's for sure. Would have been right on top of the kitty.
Dribbled straight in there, didn't he?
Yep. But that's the beauty of these cameras. You just got to, Robbie's just got to go over there and
you can adjust all the angles from inside here,
which is absolutely fantastic.
Oh well, it's just modern stuff at its best, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Now,
mate.
what about this one? Is this going in as well? Look, he's going to sit on top of it as well.
Oh, what a bowl by
he
Jeff!
Just stayed on.
What a great bowl by Jeff!
What a brilliant shot!
Absolutely beautiful bowl.
That's the hardest shot in the book, isn't it? Drawing to the ditch, I reckon.
Yep.
Hardest shot in the book.
Played it fantastic.
Of course he did. Have a look at that. He's only 1.5 inches, 2 inches off dropping in. I thought he was going to go plop, but he didn't.
No, that's beautiful bowl there by Jeff. Just Jeff Common.
Tim Swanson is watching.
G'day, Tim. How are you, my friend? I thought you'd be down here working hard for your wife again today, my friend.
There's another bowl right on the back of the, sitting right on the edge of the green too there, Brian, but right on the peg somewhere.
Yeah, geez, Bill had good weight just to sit that bowl into the head, into the ditch then, but he just missed it, my friend.
Yeah, and now Jeff's asking Mark to not be too heavy on this and just sit in front. He wants him to, if he fell a metre short, he wouldn't be disappointed, would he?
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
I don't know whether he's going to get around this.
He just got to sit in front of this for second shot.
Well,
he's
he
going to
does.
sit around it.
He is. He's played almost exactly.
He's played a good bowl there.
Yeah, he has indeed.
Yes, great bowl by Mark.
That's almost exactly the shot that Jeff was asking him to
Great bowl
play.
by Mark Gallagher, that's for sure.
So there's holding two, we know.
So. Oh, I think Billy may have cut his grass on this one.
I think he's dropped his weight and all, hasn't he?
He has, by the looks of this.
He
So
has.
it's 2 to the Emerald boys. And Mark's got another bowl to come yet, so... Oh, dear, I think he's blowing a bit of smoke too, Gary.
Well, he might. If he misses, I thought he might have missed that one enough to even get under it, but he didn't.
That's 2 to the Emerald boys, though, so well done. Good pick-up.
Well, they're not going away, are they?
Yes, that's for sure.
Mm.
No, it is good bowls, that's for sure, Lorraine.
Yeah, the Pialba crowd are all jumping in there. They're barracking their heads off for their club mates, aren't they?
Well, they are. They're trying very, very hard, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Annette Evans says good morning from Cairns.
Well, we can...
The Emerald skip Mark is nicknamed Bozo.
Is that right, eh? Well, there's a bit of inside information.
Started bowls in Port Macquarie.
Port Macquarie.
Was it Bozo or Bozo? I didn't want to go. Bozo was a clown, wasn't he? You get that mucked up.
See, nice,
You dropped me.
First up bowl there from Hillary.
Yeah.
So just around the grounds, ladies and gentlemen, for the all-important match of the Enoggera versus Pialba match. Whoever wins this match goes through to the gold medal to play Tweed Heads, because Tweed Heads are now off the green on all three rinks.
Yeah, with a thumping win.
With it looks to be
77 to 34.
Now, in the ladies section, we have Broadbeach 52 and Enoggera 48 on 50 ends. So
whoa.
That's anyone's game. That's a colossal game of bowls there. And, of course, whoever wins that goes straight through. We have Bagara jumping ahead now slightly of North Mackay. This 56 Bagara. Looks like 38 or 33 to North Mackay. Looks like 38. 38, so 56 to 38 on 52 ends. The Albert and Algester still the same, 40 to 66 to Algester on 55. And we have an update down here below. We have Dolby 44, Boyantanum 61 on 56 ends, Gary. So
yep.
Great game there also. And, of course, the all-important decider on who goes in to play Tweed Heads. We have Enoggera 56, Pialba 43. 56-43 on 53 ends. 10 ends to go.
10 ends to go.
And 13 shots in it.
And they've just maintained that buffer right the way through, haven't they, the Enoggera boys?
That's it. Now we're going back to our main match, which is, of course, the Emerald versus Swifts game. And see the lead from Swifts obviously got shot here once again.
Yeah, El Presidente, that's Hillary.
Not far away.
President of the club, apparently.
Yep. And number one lead.
Well, from what he's shown us today, mind you, Dave Pollard hasn't played all that bad, has he? But it just seems that...
it's been a colossal game, this game, really, Gary.
There's nothing in it.
It's 18-16 to the Swifts team on 19 ends, and it's been a credit to all the players. They've all had their moments, and they've really played some great bowls, mate. So
yep.
An absolute pleasure. And of course, the final, as Robbie said previously, it'd be starting no later than midday.
No later than midday Queensland time.
And the rationale behind all that, ladies and gentlemen, is because a lot of these people have to fly home today. Hence the reason.
He's got it out clean as a whistle.
What a great bowl that was. Got just on the edge, took it straight out the head. So that's the reason. A lot of these people, of course, got to go back to work tomorrow, my friend. So
they do.
All types of things, and they've got to get home. So David Bowles just trying to come down and put that bowl back. I tell you, he's not far away with this too.
He's played a bomb, hasn't he?
He's played a great bowl there by David.
Set that one. Now, Mark Bozo, is it? Or Bozo? Oh, God, I'm not going to call him Bozo.
No, mate.
He's going to, he's called his man to, he's pinched his, he wouldn't like this.
Looks as though Jeff's pinched his grass here slightly.
He's knocked the head off, clean off that.
Yep.
I think he's thinking he had more weight than that, but he didn't.
No, he didn't, mate. He had to be a little bit more.
There's Bowlesy coming down again.
Yep. Not going to be far away again with his second one too. He's just got to
similar.
He's just going to.
He might get this bowl again. No, he went through the gap.
Yep. So it's one to the Swifts by the looks of it at this stage.
Judy Pearce is watching. I think she's saying good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Judy. It's always good to have you on board. As Judy's a hard-working member of this club, Tweed Heads Bowls Club. She's the ladies' games director here, I should say.
Okay.
And, of course, Judy had a wonderful involvement with Gold Coast Tweed District when she used to coach our juniors for us and did a superb job.
Right. Yeah. You know all these people, don't you?
Well, Judy's one of those tireless workers that, mate, just does a lot of work and loves the game of bowls, mate.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of them, I know a lot of the folks by name in the time I've been involved in the game, but sometimes you don't know what their history is, do you? And what they've actually done and the various levels of committees and that they've been on. And
see Mark just trying to sit that bowl out.
He's got excellent weight.
Perfect weight. Beautiful weight for what he was after, that's for sure. Beautiful weight.
Kathy Elms was cheering her head off for the Broadbeach girls. Well, they've maintained a slender lead, Kathy, for most of the game, but no, they haven't been able to get away, and the Inoggera girls are hanging in there. I mean, they've still got, what 10 ends to go, was it, the last we saw?
Ross Cribben on board. G'day, Ross. How you going, my friend? Ross was one of the teams that played with his son up at North Toowoomba.
That's right.
And won the bronze medal in the fours.
They did indeed.
Good to have Ross on board. How are you, mate? Good to see you last weekend up in Townsville and catch up. See, Mark just pulling up a little bit short. He really had to be behind the head there, didn't he?
He did well. He's
played some good bowls today. He's just pulled up short with that one, though.
Yes, but you'd reckon this is a bit of a free kick for Billy, isn't it?
Well, it is. And, knowing Billy, the way he plays,
he'd be looking to just dribble between those
two bowls. Yes, he's not going to be far away.
No, he's done it. I think he's done it. He beat that back one. He's got to be real close. Oh, he might just.
Let's run on just slightly, I think, Gary.
We're having a look at this. That's two. Now that's three from Billy's bowl.
David Bowles looks like he's going to measure for four
here,
mate.
There's an opportunity to get four, isn't there?
Yep.
I wouldn't be thinking that this yellow bowl's completely out of it. No, three it is, I think. So that changes the scenario a bit, doesn't it,
Yes,
Brian?
it does. It gives the Swifts team a handy lead playing the last 10, Gary, you can say.
Sure does.
It's been a neck-and-neck game, this, and they've played, as I said, all participants have contributed to some great bowls being played. But
well, that thing you can see on your that's after 61 ends.
Yep.
Not 53. You can see it's
you see the
after 53 ends.
You see the rink on rink 4 from Emerald are in front 22-15 playing the last end.
Yeah.
And that 3 put Emerald in front on this rink 21-16 on the 20th end. And this is the last end. So we see Hillary's played.
Well, no. You say put them in front.
It's put Swiss in front 21-16.
Oh, you said Emerald.
Yeah, 21. No, I said Emerald's in front on rink 4. 22-15. Okay. With one end to play.
Yeah.
So they've done remarkably well, in my opinion. It's an absolute credit to the club and the Leichhardt district of sending down their champions who have performed quite admirably, in my opinion, mate.
Yeah.
It's great to see them down here.
Well, they'd love to be here, wouldn't they?
Oh, well,
they're all there.
Mate,
they just love to be here.
It's been a great display, in my opinion. They still won their. Said they win their district and they've got to win their zone. So it's no easy road here,
no,
Gary.
Mate,
no easy road. So
yeah, we're continually trying to get updates
for you. Yes,
because it's done and dusted here on the green that we were broadcasting from, because Broadbeach Tweed Heads have won on all 3 rinks. 80. What was it we say? 77-20 something or other.
35.
And the Jubilee boys can be congratulated on their efforts because the Tweed Heads team, I think everybody knows, are pretty hot.
Well, yes, and they played some great bowls, as the Jubilee boys did too, but the Tweed Head boys just a little bit too consistent for them in the end.
And there's only two rinks being finalised here now on this green, and that's the one we're televising.
Yep.
And well, there's a lovely shot. Yep.
Great bowl there, Mark. Yeah. Mark giving it a
well, he reckons that I can't get me chalk out quick enough.
He said, "Let me out here."
And they're both on their last end, but and it's Swifts again to win this match.
Yep,
without too much doubt.
Okay, just an update from another update on the back green is Dolby 45, Moynitanum 66 on 57 ends. So that's looks like it could be a win to.
Well, you'd be. How many ends they played? 58. Yeah.
Yep, and of course it's still. With the all-important match between the Enoggera Bowls Club as well as Pyalba, it's at the moment it's still 56 to 43 on 53. And an update on the ladies on who goes through and wins that section on 54 ends. It's Broadbeach 55, Enoggera 50. So again, that's neck and neck, Gary.
Mate, there's nothing.
There's nothing in any of these games, though. It's been.
And I mean, both
and of course
both those ladies' teams over the recent years have figured in this event quite frequently, haven't they?
That's for sure, Gary.
So they're hammer and tongs again.
Mate, it was a wonderful final last year, I recall, between the Enoggera Bowls Club and Helensvale Bowls Club in the ladies when it come down to the very last bowl, if you remember correctly.
I believe so, yeah.
It was...
came down to they were 2 down on the big main scoreboard.
Yep.
2 down, on the head. And the skip from... Helensvale put the kitty in the dish to make 3.
Yes.
And they got up by 1 to win the final.
Yes, Kelsey
Cottrell did it.
She canned it, that's for sure.
David Baker said he's looking forward to 2 great final. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
That's what he said.
On you, Dave.
Greg Bostock's back with us. And Rhonda Holmes is watching.
I can see Rhonda from here.
Well, can you?
Yep. Sitting down there with her husband, Bob Holmes.
Okay.
And Mel Johnson, by the looks of it. Looks like Mel sitting...
Mel will be there. Now, somebody stood right in front of our bleeding camera. Now, what's happened here? We've lost everything. Somebody knocked the camera. I don't know what's happened here. Oh no, we're back. What happened there?
Yep.
I don't know what happened there.
I'd say someone's hit the camera. Anyway, we'll just keep on broadcasting anyway, so... looks as though...
Robbie's gone out. He's run out 100 mile an hour to see what's going on.
Yeah, he'll sort it. So we see the head there anyway of...
I don't know what... I'm trying to look down the...
It's the last end, so a comfortable win to the Swifts. And just trying to work out...
Well, Robbie's out there. We can see him mucking around with the camera there, but we all just went blank then, didn't we? I don't know what the hell happened.
Yep.
He said, no, he expletive deleted. He bolted.
He did. He's gone down to fix it. He'll sort it.
Oh, of course he will. No, he's coming back now, is he? No, what's he done?
Not too sure. Okay, so that's basically around. So I'd say by the looks of things, by the looks of it, Gary,
Yeah.
It depends upon the Bora Beach and Nogra game, and I would say at this particular stage, with my calculations, I'd say Bagara, with a few ends to go, at 20 shots in front of North Mackay at this stage. So I think my calculations, Bagara won both their games yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming. Oh no, sorry, Bagara were beaten by Alcester in the second game. So it makes that section very, very interesting, Gary.
Yeah.
It makes section 2. I thought Bagara won both games, but it looks like they got defeated by Alcester. They went down by 5 shots. So it makes that section. It makes it very, very interesting. So there's going to have to be a wait till. And watch this space to see who makes it through. Because it'll go down to percentages, which we can't give you.
No, not
as simple as that. It'll be,
yeah.
up to the match committee to
certainly not at the moment.
present those statistics for us. So we can't tell you the other team in there. So
now they're shaking hands on the last rink there. Now you can see that the women's. I saw something on the screen there that was women's was 58 to 53, I think, was it?
Yep. 58-53 on 57 ends.
Here we go, 58-53. Broadbeach narrow leaders, and they've maintained that. Well, they appear to have maintained that very slender margin for the best part of the last hour and a half, haven't they?
Well, they have, by the looks of things, Gary. It's been a trawling morning here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you this.
There's still 6 ends to go, though.
Yes, so what we can do, though, is that once we get the final scores, we'll give you an update. And once we get the final paperwork, we'll tell you exactly who's in the finals and what positions that they did finish. Because,
well, you'll have all that at your fingertips once.
Yes,
we've given you the best we can as the way the scores are now. And we can assure you that Tweed Heads will be playing off in the final of the men's.
The men's, they're definitely in.
They're definitely in.
Now, it looks at this stage, here's an early call, Gary. There's 13 shots in the other men's game.
Yep.
And that's Enoggera versus Pyalba.
Yep.
And it looks to me to be Enoggera 63, Pyalba 50. And that's on 60 ends.
They've got 3 ends to go, and they've got to pick up 13 shots. Well, I'm prepared to announce Enoggera as the other.
Yes. Now, in the ladies, well, we don't know who's going to play that because it's still too close to call. And in the Section B, we can't really give you the results of that because it will come down to percentages, which we can't supply that information to you. It's be up to the match committee.
Well, they'll have their calculators and their...
Now, the next game, as we've said, the final is going to be a wonderful afternoon. It's going to be on, I assume, before midday, in my opinion. I think they'll probably start around about 11:30, according to our director of everything.
Yeah.
But said it's got to be started at 12 o'clock at the latest because of people having flights. So
don't go too far away, folks. We're not exactly sure what time, but it certainly won't be later than midday, but it could even be as early as 11:30.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our director of everything.
Well, he's just not going to shut us down. We just want to get one more score. It looks to me as though the other finalist in the men's, and I'm prepared to declare that it'll be Enoggera over Pyalba, because they've got to make up 13 shots in 3 ends.
3 ends.
Which is might be a bit too much to ask.
No, that's for sure.
And we're just trying to grab before we shut down. Try and work out whether we can give you a score of the Broadbeach ladies.
Yeah, they're just going down to try and get an update on that one now.
Yeah.
We'll try and give you one more update before we close off, ladies and gentlemen.
I was kind of hoping he might swing the camera around, but it wasn't.
No, you can't, mate. It's way down the other end, mate. You can't swing it that far, mate.
Hey?
Scoreboard's on the wrong angle.
Yeah, scoreboard's on the wrong angle. Yeah.
Right.
Tried, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have, Robbie. You're going to swing that wing camera around. Anyway, just stand by. We've just got something.
Here we come now.
Coming at you now.
Something coming now.
We've had updates all morning, which we're very happy to bring you, because I know
this will be the last update.
This will be the last one before we shut down, so you won't really get to know final results.
Okay, still the same score.
They haven't updated the board.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Gold Coast Tweed District Media Team, on behalf of Bowls Queensland and Tweed Head Bowls Club, it's been an absolute pleasure bringing you this telecast this morning, and we look forward to having your company probably in the next hour for the two cracking grand finalists. On behalf of Robbie Allen, our leader of our media team, myself, Brian Marshall, and co-commentator Gary Thomas, go and have a cup of tea, and look forward to having your company this afternoon. So
I can't wait, my friend. I'll be back here with bells on.
Be fantastic. And anybody who wants to come and see us, we'll give you a little piece of beef jerky.
Yeah, mate.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.